Hey everybody, and welcome back to Eternal Mooncast, but this time it's for a special play segment called Bishoujo Senshi Slumber Party, which will be separate from the podcast. This will be a Moonie-themed game night where everyone can come and have a good time and hang out. I'm Michi, a 90s baby, Sailor Moon cosplayer, and Sailor Moon fan since it was on Toonami. All right, and joining me tonight are my two wonderful co-hosts. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
All right, Monica, go for it. Okay, I guess I volunteered by being like, teacher, which one of us gets to go first? Hi, everyone. I'm Monica. I am a Sailor Moon cosplayer. You have done in past or on in the present. You've probably seen Relia and I hosting those. We love doing that. It's super fun. I do a lot of other nerdy things, but we're talking about tonight. So, hello, everyone.
Obviously, very similar deal from me. I think Monica and I are big fans of yelling loudly at people, and being on a stream is like an opportunity to yell loudly at people that can't yell back whatsoever. But yeah, I've been in the Sailor Moon community since high school, which was many years ago, and really just involved with role play communities, got into cosplaying, and then obviously at some point we started being the ones who host all of the Sailor Moon meetups at Otakon and Katsucon, which is very fun.
Bless you for having the courage to admit it.
You know what? We gotta own up to our roots here.
Yeah, we do. We need to not be ashamed of those sorts of things and kill a part of me that cringes. Yeah, I was also involved. Exactly. Too, but not in the same communities that you were, which I find funny.
I find sad because we could have been friends so much sooner.
We could have been. I feel like we've talked about this before where I'm like, I feel like I could have been internet friends with you.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
I would have definitely been internet friends with both you guys, and it sucks because I was actually up in your area back then.
Yeah. Yep, back when you lived up in the frozen north.
Yup. Oh, but quick before we get started, a quick Moonie disclaimer. The following statements are the personal opinions of Eternal Mooncast. Eternal Mooncast does not represent Toei Animation or the Sailor Moon intellectual property in any way. We just always like to make sure that you guys know we're here to have fun. Hey, Sailor Denzel. All right. So why don't we first, before we get started with the games, we sadly have very little updates for you because I know we said we'd update you if we learned anything about the movie coming to America. And sadly, I don't think I have a single update on anything release-wise.
Yeah,
Nope. Yeah. I don't think we've gotten any new news as far as a release date. Now, I think that, obviously there's some questions there around would the release of the Cosmos movies to a US involve dubbing? And if so, does that mean that this would be impacted by the strike that's going on with the Screen Actors Guild? Because I don't know whether voice actors, and I suspect they aren't, but I don't know whether voice actors are also covered under SAG-AFTRA. But I know that certainly some voice actors are union. I don't know if it's the same union, but it is entirely possible that if they have not already done advance of this strike, then there's the possibility that we wouldn't be able to get the dub until after the strike ends and actors are returning to work. Obviously, we would still love to get the subtitles, but that could also be covered under the Writers Guild strike if people who do the subtitling are part of the WGA.
So I didn't even think of that.
I know people who might know, who are in one of the Discords I laced this link to, but I don't know if they're watching. One of the people out there knows the answer to this question. Post in the chat. Also, I don't condone piracy, but like if someone knew where you could find a fan stuff, tell us so that we can avoid downloading it from places like that.
So that we can take a firm stand against piracy, which is never moral or good to pirate movies.
Please tell me where to avoid
the worst thing.
We're all children of the early internet.
Yeah, if anybody has a link to places we shouldn't go, share them with us.
I think especially in these modern days of streaming services putting up new material on their streaming services, and then distance, 2 months later, never to be seen or found by anyone again. It really underscores how, in this time of all times, it is especially not at all moral or right or good to pirate media. It's not at all. And
Not at all.
if you know places where we can, where that sort of horrible thing is being done, let us know so that we can avoid them assiduous.
Please help us out. Do your
Oh
duty,
my
help
gosh.
us out.
See, I've actually been avoiding spoilers as much as I can, and it's so hard because TikTok, it's like dodge to the left, dodge to the right.
I don't. I from our last conversation, I'm just going to reiterate again. I don't know that there's anything to be spoiled. I've read the end of the manga.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I think this is going to be so beat for beat to the manga that would be spoilers are, they decided to give, Sailor Kakyu a henshin sequence, or Sailor Chibi a henshin sequence. Spoilers, they did. But and other than what things animation wise might they choose to involve or not involve? That's about as much spoilers as I suspect there's going. So I just strongly expect that there's nothing being added to the story.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch. I've seen the trips. I've seen the clips and the trailers smashed together. Great. I've seen the clips and trailers. It is like panel for panel.
Yep.
Like we said, I think the spoilers would be did that, and the colors they chose, because of course the manga is black and white.
Sure.
How they choose to animate some of the abstract backgrounds, because Stars takes place in a kind of a metaphysical setting. The back half is in a conceptual plane, which is one of my favorite things about it. I guess I do want to be surprised at what it looks like. I want to be surprised by the animation.
I think we saw with the 90s anime that they made some fairly serious standard choices as far as how they handled like the weird negative space liminal areas that they were in. It was like, all right, well, because this is an evil negative space, it's like burgundy with some stuff floating in it, as is the way of evil negative space. Think that we'll see if we're going to get more burgundy or going to try to represent the manga's like screen tones in animation, or if they're going to be like, all right, what do we think like the Star Garden looks like if it was a more like literally visualized space, and see if they're going to give us that.
They have a movie budget. They have no excuses.
They don't care.
But the other thing I could see maybe being embellished a little bit more is this is not like, I hope I'm not spoiling this for anyone. I hope that you've seen all of Stars or read all the manga. In like towards the final conflict, Outers killed off screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's discovered like that they're just space dust when people find them. And that would be cool to have a flashback and see. Like, yeah, at least not the cutaway, because there is a panel that sort of implies how it happens, like indicates playing like on a screen in their space castle. And I don't want to know if they're gonna play that out a little bit more. I guess that would count. I guess at this point.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Though I haven't seen anything shared to my Tumblr tags or whatever that have revealed anything I didn't already know.
Same. So far, all the spoilers I've known.
Yep.
So we just gotta hope. But I kind of want them to give us a little thrill. I want something different. Just a little.
We would love different and more and new, but I realistically don't think that's going to be what. be happening. So
like I said in our discussion previously, I'll just hearing the audience now and really is that I think it's going to be very painful from what I've seen so far. And I am just overjoyed for Wyatt.
It's going to be epic.
Yeah, it is truly going to be epic in the actual definition of that word.
yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Sailor Moon like opera we always wanted, like that dramatic Phantom of the Opera level craziness.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
hoping.
I just wish that I wish the animation was more. I wish it was more like, frankly, the 90s animation. I think that the modern animation styles, they went from, so at the beginning of Crystal, they went from, oh, it was just so ugly. It was so bad. They were trying to do, they were like, oh, let's make it look luxuriant, but they didn't actually study what makes the manga look pretty. And so a lot of times you have like just people who have faces that are this big and then hair that's like the size of a volleyball popping off of them, but not in a beautiful flowing way where the hair is just floating away from their head, in a way that makes it seem like they don't understand proportions. Makes things look really bad, or that's like floating beautifully in space in the manga. And then in the anime, they like have hair floating everywhere, but not in a way that bears any relationship to how wind works or that
None.
looks pretty. So they'll just be kind of a chunk going this way and a chunk going the other way, and it just looks awkward. That was original Crystal. Then they were like, wow, what we learned from original Crystal was that everyone absolutely hates our animation and is begging us to do different. And they were like, oh, we need to make it more like the 90s anime, which they did. They definitely went in that direction. But consistently, they've had these very, like, one problem is that everyone has these really, like, soft, round faces. Like, nobody has a cheekbone in the new animation style. And, like, for me, relatable, but it's not what I'm expecting to see with their like incredibly soft, and it makes everyone look very same facey. Every character looks like they're 14 years old, which is fine for the 14-year-old characters, but becomes very weird when you're looking at a character like Sailor Galaxia, and instead of looking like a strong grown ass woman, she also looks like she is 14 years old.
They did make her yoke though.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, with the animation so soft and so same facey, I wish they had brought more of the crispness and more of the maturity to it that we saw in especially 90 Stars, which was just obviously peak animation.
90 Stars, their check was due. Like something was going on. They were on like peak.
Oh, they just went. They swung for the fences and hit a grand slam. Because I think about watching Cosmos, and we're not going to see the face heel turn of Uranus and Neptune. We're not going to see then their second face heel turn with Galaxia and, their tragic deaths. And that is so, once you've had that, and then you go back to like the Outers die off screen, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. The Outers, she didn't really feel like spending the time to give everyone important memory. Also, the Outers, they die too.
That's so sad though. They don't even get a good death. At least in the 90s, they got fantastic deaths.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Oh my gosh. All right. Any other thoughts before we get started with game night, since people have started to show up?
I mean, I could talk about this all night.
Yeah, we easily could. I see you literally going through the manga, like referencing things now.
That's why I wanted to make sure, because I'm like, Monica's getting a point ready.
I was like, you were talking about the animation, and I was just looking for a good panel. Like, Takeuchi's art has such a sense of emotion. And I was just looking for a good panel that was just like, she drew this character who is standing still, but like her clothes are flowing. Yes, you're right. Textbook at the ready. It's on brand for me.
And to be, oh, you know what's a good one? The manga artwork of Sailor Galaxia when she's walking and the cosmos is behind her.
Yes. Yeah. I'm also really looking forward to seeing just the like personal galactica bits, the parts where it's just her on screen, like, having an evil feeling. Very much looking forward to that too.
Oh no, Twitch is Babe, glad you could join us. I love that you guys have now gotten out your manga text. My manga is right there. So it's not far if I need to grab it.
I need to get the retranslation put out in the volumes that you have. I haven't bigger ones yet.
They're so good. They're so fantastic.
All I want in life truly is a coffee table version of each arc, a big, beautiful, like this leatherette cover premium version. I will pay $500 for all 5 of them.
Right?
What I want. And I want it like as a big. My wife has, I think it's Hellboy in that bill, and it's like they're just big, beautiful collector's edition books. I want that for Sailor Moon. I want that so bad.
I love that.
It's what Sailor Moon deserves. This is an iconic series that shaped a generation experience.
Your fan base is all 42s. Please give us copies. We'll put
Seriously, I can afford them. We'll buy them. We want to display them in our nice homes.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, I love it. No, but you're right. Like, we're adults with adult money. We want adult things. Give us those coffee table books.
Can I make a mostly unrelated sidebar?
Sure.
So my current manga that I have to hand, which has 6, and I noticed that this, which is one of her most beautiful spreads, like I absolutely love the posing of everybody in this. It's so gorgeous. This is one of the rare instances where you're actually going to see Sailor Moon with the outers and Chibi Moon with the inners. Mm-hmm. They're almost always depicted opposite. Like when they're like, here's the outers and also Chibi Moon, who's like an honorary outer, I guess, by that definition. It makes sense that
her dudes are the asteroid belt. And split. So, like in real life. So, I get it. I follow the logic.
Oh, yeah. I'm absolutely fine. It's cool and rare to see like Sailor Moon hanging with the outer Senshi because we never get to see that.
The 2 volumes of the manga that were hanging out on my desk are the last from the last time I talked to you. I just didn't. They live on the shelf where I put things when I don't put them away.
Mine just lived there, and it's funny. I didn't even notice my cat is right there. You just can't see him because he's a void.
That's how that goes. My dog is at my feet.
Max is in the doorway.
Yes, I've seen him. He's a little blob.
He's on the floor.
He's so cute.
I love
Lando is down here, my dog. But he's literally. I know. I'm sorry, baby. I'm not calling you. You're okay. He's at my feet. So. Oh, now he's walking away because he's confused why I was talking to him. What's wrong, baby?
Well, let's go ahead and get started with Moonie game night, and then if we have extra time, we can always go over more.
Oh, can you see him? There he is.
Yes. All right. Let's play some games.
Yes. All right. So I think everybody is probably familiar with the age-old concept of what we're going to call Kiss, Marry, Kill. To be family friendly. And we decided that we would start off with some games of Kiss, Marry, Kill for this evening. And we've put together a gigantic notifications, blah, 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 a gigantic wheel of a bunch of character options for us to filter through, select some at random, and then we're going to decide who we kiss, who we marry, and who, we don't want to touch them with a 50. So we will off them. And that's how that's going to work. Now, one thing we do want to say about this is we've eliminated all the characters that are obviously and evidently like children or coded as children because we know that Chibi Moon is hundreds of years old, but she's still a kid. Too weird. We're not playing that game. We've stricken them from the list. For everyone else, a lot of our main characters, canonic story, are teenagers and things like that. For purposes of our game, we're going to be considering versions of them that are grown adults, and we will be considering ourselves to be grown adults of a commensurate age with that person. So it's not like, I'm a grown adult I'm X years old and it's me and this 18-year-old. And I'm like, no, just whatever the version of me for this game is the same character that I'm pairing off with, including characters that are hundreds of years old. I guess I can be hundreds of years old too. But yeah, just we're trying to keep it non-weird here. So those are the rules.
So all right, let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna spin the wheel, see who we get for our first contestant.
Oh, it's gonna be so funny. I'm ready.
Yep. All right. So first we are considering Are you serious?
Who is it?
Okay. Our first contestant is Reika Nishimura.
Oh.
As I put in here, Motoki's girlfriend. The reason I put in Motoki's girlfriend is because a couple of days ago when we were putting together this final list, I was looking at all the people that I had pulled this list off because I thought it'd be really useful to use a tier maker to be able to visualize what we're doing. And for two of the characters, I was like, who is the scarf girl? Like, she seems familiar, but like, do you guys remember who this is? And we had to like really rack our brains and scour it. And we were like, okay, that's Motoki's girlfriend, which is the most out there shout in the universe.
So like,
of course, the very first person we spun, Motoki's girlfriend.
Sure, I had no idea who the fuck that was. If we're not calling this FMK, am I not swearing otherwise?
No, you can swear. It's. I think.
We can. Yeah,
we're just not doing the dirty. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but when you said her name, I was like, I have an opinion about her character. I know who she is. I know how to make this choice. And what I couldn't remember what she looked like in the cartoon.
Right. Because it's a different visualization. Very who looks a lot like Miss Harna, who looks a lot like a lot of the other characters. So no, it's not as
a minor character in the mangas.
Right.
Is she?
Yeah, she's in the manga, she's in Crystal, and she's in obviously the 90s anime.
She shows up for like 30 seconds in the Dark Moon arc.
That's why I don't remember it. I never watched that arc enough.
She's second arc in the manga and like steal her energy or some shit. She's a target. That's her deal.
Got it.
All right. So we're going to click remove to move her to the other section. All right. We spin again.
That is so funny. It landed on her of all people.
I know. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. I had a moment of like, man, I hope it's not the two characters. I don't know who they are. But it turns out like, you know who they are.
Yeah. All right. Our second winner is my beloved Hawkeye. All right. He is you're pink. Where are you? There you are.
Pink, where are you?
That's a lot in Sailor Moon.
It is a lot in Sailor Moon. All right. And we're going to spin for our third character.
Oh man, this is tough.
And who are they up against? It is Sexy, third character.
Oh, I know who I'm marrying.
All right. So we only have one. We only have one tier sorter, so we're going to have to come to a consensus as a group who we're kissing, who we're marrying, and who, unfortunately, we're going to put in the ground.
So do we want to all our own opinions and then have to agree?
Yes, that'll be fun.
No, and because you have the most memory of Reika and Nishimura, I'm going to let you make your sales pitch on the
right. Cool. I'm cool. I was prepared to begin anyway. All right, I'm going to marry Reika.
Okay.
A geologist. She is normal. She is a person with prospects. We can get hitched and have a life together. We're going to kiss the shit out of Galaxia. That is a short-term arrangement. And then we're going to, sorry, Hawkeye, you are a dreamboat, but you are a dude here. So.
Oh, man. All right, Relia, you go.
So this is hard for me. I feel like on Reika, you made such a compelling argument that like she's not just an adult. She's like a pretty quality catch.
She is a pretty quality catch.
She is. But for me, Hawkeye is like he's the responsible one. He would be, he'd be pulling his weight in the marriage, and like he's very gender, which I absolutely love. Like that Where are you going to find a man that is that pink and that dressed in
In this line
purple
of
strips of cloth and high heels? Yeah.
Here's where you
Yes.
find them.
Yeah. This is where. And so I'm like, I don't know if I can bypass him as a marriage option.
I'm going to say don't stoop to the level of marriage.
So that's something that a Galaxia would say.
That is the most Galaxia thing
would
you've said in a
say.
long time.
Don't stoop to marrying a henchman.
That should be the quote of the night. Don't marry a henchman.
Don't sign that one off. Don't sign off with that one just yet. I may say more dumb shit later.
Absolutely. We're gonna put that one in our back pocket. Someone in the chat, write that. Someone in the chat keep track of these.
Yeah,
so we know
keep track.
What our quote of the evening is. That one was don't stoop to marrying a henchman.
Because so far that was already fire.
It was absolutely beautiful. Now, so Galaxia, she's not in the running for marriage. That would be not and I don't feel like she'd be invested in helping out with the mortgage. So I think she's either in Kiss, very tempting, or kill territory. And so it's a matter of, all right, I think for me, I think Hawkeye is a compelling marriage prospect, and that's where I would put him. And it's like, all right, which of these people is it like safer to leave running around? I'm going to say I will end that. Like, unfortunately, Galaxia, like, I would have enjoyed kissing you very much, but also maybe for the good of the world, I should not indulge that.
I know morally, perhaps you're right.
I'm flexible on this point. I'm not. This is not a strong kill for me. This is not. I'm not going to.
Not a strong kill. All right, Megan or Michi. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Oh my god. So I feel horrible now after hearing you guys because I'm gonna have the worst kiss, marry, kill. Because where my brain went is we kill off Matoki's girlfriend because she doesn't make a big impact to the story.
Okay. I get Michi right up here just to kill your darling.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm sorry, but you don't add anything. Like here.
Okay.
No, and then I would kiss Hawkeye because I'm sorry, that redemption arc, like I wanted to kiss Hawkeye for that. It's like, yes. And then I would kiss her and then marry Galaxia because what if you could change her?
I could fix her.
But what if you could change her?
Beyond, I could fix her. She does come with a sick ass palace in space.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Does have an intergalactic empire, and potentially would treat you right.
What if she actually loved you? It could be a great marriage.
I would never say no to the temptation of, like, I could have the love of the villain.
I'm just like, but of all villains, if I gotta go for one, why not go for the ultimate?
I think of the villain squad, she's the most honorable. Like, if you had a good prenup, I don't think she'd violate it.
Exactly. Like a good prenup, solid marriage.
True. It's true.
Yeah. So I think we all disagreed with each other completely.
Yep,
we did. Now, I will say I'm willing to be flexible on the point of I'm willing to compromise on killing Reika. Which would leave us with figuring out, are we marrying a henchman or not?
Do we stoop to marrying the henchman or do we marry the boss?
I think we have our answer.
I was like, I know I'm with Michi and I could fix her.
And we've ended on, I think we've ended on Michi's vote, and I think she and I'm happy with it because I don't have to kill Hawkeye, which would have made me very sad. So
yeah,
we've not in any way done what is best for the world. But
no,
I think
maybe,
we stayed true to ourselves.
Maybe if we fix her, we can
save the world.
Very true. Very true.
Save the world.
Then we've got a powerful ally on our side.
True.
All right. So that is our first matchup done. It was completely unexpected that we came to a wonderfully delightful consensus. All right.
I thought way too hard about all of this is the problem.
That's the fun part.
That's the best part. We each had completely different choices for very different reasons.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right, Horse Boy, it is
Horse Boy.
Helios time. So let's pop him into our holding area.
I'm going to grab a drink real quick. I drank mine too quick.
Go for it.
Go for it. We'll
Spin up
continue
2 more
rolling while you
minutes
do.
for us. All right, having just murdered his girlfriend.
Now he's soon. Okay. Her joint in hell.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Taylor's up. This is a lineup.
This
I
is
can't wait for you to come back with me.
way to line up, and I feel like this is very like this is down to this is really going to come down to personal taste because I think you've got like two very nice boys, and then like that bitch.
It's
honestly-
Yaten.
Yes, that is Yaten.
Okay, I'm still mad over the comment over Michiru's lipstick, so
You know what? I respect it. All right, make your case. Michi, who are you kissing? Who are you marrying? And who are you killing?
killing Yaten just for the lipstick comment. How
Okay.
how dare you? I still hold that as a personal grudge that you insulted Michiru's lipstick style in the manga and apparently in the new Cosmos movie. So kill Yaten. Well, it seems like he would treat you right. Like, he worships the ground Chibiusa walks on. And he's kind of a magic horse. And then is the middle Andy?
That's Andrew Motoki. Yep.
Kiss. Whatever. He's neutral to me.
Yeah.
All right. So you are kissing Motoki, you are
Yes.
marrying Helios, and you are killing Yaten.
Yes.
All right.
Definitely magic. Also, definitely a horse. I was answering the question, kind of magic horse. Fully both of them. Okay, so this is difficult for me because I find both Motoki and Helios tremendously unfuckable. But to make it clear, so, illegally, I cannot argue with my wife. I have to kill Yaten. Sorry. He insulted me. True, I have to defend Your Honor. It's allowed. I can't think no, sorry. I think I'm gonna lightly kiss Motoki. Of the two, we can make out and we can play 7 Minutes of Heaven, and then that'll be it. It was a party, and then we'll never. That which makes Helios' marriage prospect. Michi just pointed out. He's very loyal. He's compatible Pegasus. He's trying to remember what his connection to. He has the weird, the magical connection to the Earth. I'm trying to remember what it is.
Through Elysion?
But yeah, he's got a cool magical connection to things. He's a pretty swell guy. Just because I'm not attracted to him doesn't mean he's not partner material. So I think I'm incomplete for once.
Yeah,
First
you guys.
round, none of us have the same answer, and this time I'm with
This time we're all like,
I'm for on the same page. Now, I'm going to like. I'm going to break from the group on this one. I think for me, I think marriage material for me is going to be Motoki, and I'll tell you why. Motoki, he's probably what, early 20s at best. Yeah. He's a small business owner. He owns his own arcade. Like, this man is not only is he like, he's got a very stable job and he's doing it for himself. He's very self-motivated. It's also a really cool job. And you're like, oh yeah, that's my husband. He owns a game arcade. It's really cool. Sometimes I hang out with him at work and we play video games. Like, he's actually like pretty dope. Now, does he inspire any ounce of my libido? No, not one thought. No. But I think like we could come up with an arrangement where this would be like a platonic situation. That we could work with. So I'm going to would be Motoki as marriage material because like Helios, like I love unicorns. I think they're really cool. But like, do I want to marry a priest? Not really.
I can be swayed. I can be swayed not to marry.
What if
Helios.
every day he's like, I have to go pray now, and I'm just like, oh, like I already wasn't attracted to you, and you're just. my moment. It's like it is dig floor at this point. So that's my issue with Helios. But I'm also not gonna put for me, because Yaten is 100% that bitch. I would put Yaten in the kiss category. I'm like, actually, I could go for that. I could go for that. This is not, we are not staying together because you cannot diss like my girl Michiru. You cannot do that. I will have to destroy you. But first, we're gonna get drunk at a party. We're gonna have like a lot of angry tension. This is gonna be like, oh, you talked down to Michiru and I hate you so much, but we're gonna make out about it. So yeah, for me, my positioning would be kiss Yaten, marry Motoki, and kill Helios, which I feel like is sacrilegious because he is a unicorn. Even though we call him a Pegasus, he also has a unicorn horn. So true, alicorn, whatever. And I'm like, I'm probably grave sin by murdering a unicorn, but he's so unfuckable.
Yes, like I kind of was agreeing with what Squee lavender marriage.
Yeah. I like that we're all in agreement. Helios is on fun.
Yes, 100%.
Hi, Julia. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
You step a little bit closer to me, everyone on the screen to you.
Hey, good to
And
you.
the mic is hot, so if you talk loud enough, everyone. Hello.
Do you agree? Helios is unfuckable.
Do you agree Helios is unfuckable?
I mean, he also looks like a child. I mean, probably not. No. I was like, Andrea looked very cute as Helios. That's about the extent of it.
You're attracted.
Yeah.
Also, I was like dark Helios edginess to me. I probably like, I don't.
Yes, I was a very cute Helios. In fact, yes.
Yeah, they were saying that they were dark Helios. They had yes about them.
Yeah.
Probably made them more attractive to you.
Yeah, to me specifically, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, sweetie.
I love Sailor Denzel. 7 years of bad luck for murdering the Pegasus.
Yeah, for real.
Oh my gosh. All right. So all right, let's disagree. Who are we killing?
But if you both want to stick to your votes, I'll get outvoted and we will kill Yaten. It is no problem.
How about I agree to marry Motoki if we kill Yaten? Take which guess I'm the one I'm the most still back.
It's not backing down from it.
All right. Yaten is a blue factory.
No.
I was going to say Helios is a blue factory, as is the way. Nope. Yaten for glue. All right. So we now have to narrow down. Who are we kissing and marrying between Helios and Motoki then?
Okay. I'm gonna move for Mary, since I think we are all in agreement. Not very good.
That's fair.
He's not very kissable.
I agree.
All right.
Very
Helios.
winning the kiss category by virtue of being slightly more kissable.
Yes. Like I feel like we could talk about video games and I could close my eyes and like get
Sure. Like, I feel like that'd be a happy life.
yes. All right. So that is our second arrangement. Let's
That
see
was a
who is our
very different marriage.
who's our neck are we looking at now? All right, we're staying very gender with Tiger's Eye.
Okay.
Awesome.
Saturn.
Whatever.
Older Saturn, not younger Saturn.
Yeah.
Older, remember our rules.
We're explicitly doing their sailor forms, who are like
Yes.
iconic
Yeah.
heroic characters, not
Yes. And apparently I typed Sowler Star Maker. So that was a thing that I did. Good
Okay.
job on me.
Whoops.
Oh,
All
that's
right,
a hard
so
choice.
let's grab them. So we've got Saturn, we've got Maker, and we've got Tiger's Eye. You're down here somewhere. You're orange. Where are you? There you are. So Saturn, Maker, and Tiger's Eye. Do we like? I think for me, I don't know that. I think Tiger's Eye is an easy kiss for me because I don't think that's a long-term marriage. I think that would be poor choice.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, but I also don't want to kill you. You are the most fuckable of these three. So like for me, I'm definitely going to put Tiger's Eye in the kiss section. But then that's a decision between marrying and killing between Saturn and Maker. So it's like, all right, Taiki is definitely the better provider in terms of being literally a famous idol singer. But also I would have to come home to that forehead every night. And that would be hard. Can I involve hats in the marriage? A lot of hats, like a beanie or like a baseball cap. Feel like if we can just deal with this situation, that's a little easier. But also that means I would have to kill. And I would feel bad about that because she does like have to cosmically die all the time to do her thing. And that's tragic. And I would feel bad about that. So I think maybe I'm going to kiss Tiger's Eye, marry Saturn, and kill Taiki.
Okay. First time you said Taiki, I totally misheard it as you calling Tiger's Eye Taigi.
That's hilarious.
That's actually really cute.
That is no, I definitely did not do that.
I put it
did
together
not.
when I was like, "That's adorable."
Oh, Taiki.
Well, Taigi. This one's hard for me in part because I have my feelings towards Sailor Saturn as a character are affectionate in a familial way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Like doing too much like Sailor Moon internet role play and cosplay, Karaga. I'm like, that's my child. Why are you asking me? That's my daughter. Why are you asking me?
How about this? I think let's boot Saturn and let's replace her with someone
Let's replace Saturn.
Because I think to all of us, like, that's a whole...
It's daughter.
I can't. How dare you?
No, Relia, I love this comment that from Twitch of Spades. Fashion was all over the place in Sailor Moon. I'm sure you can work out hats.
So true. So true. All right. We've spiced things up because now instead of Saturn, we have Jupiter.
Okay.
All right. No, this
Alright.
is easy for me. Kiss Tiger's Eye, marry Jupiter, kill Taiki. Done.
Yeah. I don't know that I can argue with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like, I've had something funny to say to every. Like, you made a point. I had the great head line. I'm like, no, you're right. Correct. That's production.
Sometimes it's really, really straightforward that like there's the character that is the most fuckable, the character that is the most marryable, and the character that is neither of those things.
Yeah. Like, if you're not marrying Jupiter, what's wrong with you? Like,
Honestly.
What if you're not marrying Jupiter? Why? What is lacking?
So good.
yeah. What's wrong? Yeah.
I think that was our first unanimous decision.
She's bi, she bakes, she's in fitness and being domestic. She's great. She's for everyone.
She's strong, but she also loves flower arrangement. Like she can cook like a mofo.
Yeah.
She's everything me up. She's got talent.
The she can pick me up. My brain just automatically went yes. It's that's just like an automatic win.
All right. That was an easy one. We got through that one really fast. All right. So here's our next matchup. We are now considering.
Ahead.
All right.
Artemis. Okay. And this is, I presume for the cats, we're also doing Smoking Hot.
Yes. Yeah, the human forms. Yep. Oh, okay. Neptune. This will be an easy one.
This will be fun. This is we are all biased.
We just, unless someone really hot comes up for the third option.
Make it hotter, God.
Oh, it's fine. We're good.
If it would have been Uranus versus Neptune, we all would have been like, I'm sorry.
All right. Neptune, Artemis, and keep me honest if I'm grabbing, if instead of Kaolinite, I grab what's her face. Kaolinite is this one?
Yep, you got her.
Yes,
okay,
that's
perfect.
right.
Because she and what's her face look so friggin' similar, and every time I'm just like, what's that? So,
this is hard because I find all of these characters.
I agree. I agree. For me, Artemis, like Vish, very fuckable as a Catman. Very fuckable. Like personality wise, he's not my type, and so that makes it a little easier for me. But Monica, since you're struggling the most, I will let you work.
All right. Are you volunteering me to go first?
Yes, I'm volunteering you to go
where I could go
Yes.
first. Whichever you
I'll
want.
go. I'll work through my thoughts in the air. So, if I don't marry Neptune, everyone will be like, "What happens?"
We would
I
know
just-
you were replaced with a pod person.
Pod person, right? So that's sold for me. That can't. But then there was no other option. I'm marrying Neptune. Means I have the choice between kissing the evil lady, and Curinite, Killinite is a fucking smoke show. So,
Yeah.
and like Artemis, also a smoke show. And I am gonna straight up admit that like I find his weird kind of gravelly old English deep dub voice extremely sexy.
Fair, very fair.
That is fair. His old voice is just so perfect, and I don't know why.
You're right. It's like one of the
So
few
good.
voices that
So
was
good.
just like 100% spot on. You're like, yes, that is what that jackass of a cat sounds like.
It was so good. Absolutely great voice.
I think I have to lean on the moral answer. I have to kill Violet. Also, she was like pretty complicit in like torturing Saturn.
She was, which is really bad.
Yeah, like her. I mean, torture is a strong word, but like she's very complicit in making Hotaru's life hell. So I think for that she has to lie, and I will spend a lot of time making out with this.
All right, Michi?
Okay, so I'm honestly conflicted because I'm probably, of course, going to marry Neptune because I love her and I can't imagine anyone else. But it's also like, oh man, kill or kiss. And it's like Monica said, a smoke show, but then also but Artemis is like, you want to give him a hug. He'd be my perfect lavender marriage. Like,
You're not marrying him. You're not marrying him. You're
True.
just marrying him.
You know what? To keep him alive, I would kiss him.
Okay. Great. Fair enough. So, yep. My honest answer, speaking from my heart, obviously, we are all marrying Neptune. That was never
No
from the
question.
beginning in question. I think if I had to choose a person from the entire set of characters to marry, Neptune. But for me, like in my heart, like I would kiss Cal and I would kill Artemis, and I would feel bad about it. But she's a real hot evil lady. Like she's a real hot evil lady. But also, I know it's not the right thing to do, and I will support the group in our mutual decision to kiss Artemis, staying alive, and kill Kalinite for the sake of the fact that it is the morally right thing to do.
We'll do it for our daughter.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. For our daughter Hotaru, this is what we will do. But we'll be like, oh no, I'm sorry you're dying. You're so sexy.
Damn it. But okay, but damn it.
Don't die. You're so sexy.
So that was up. All right. So let's
And
see.
somehow it involved Artemis.
Yes. Plus his like human outfit is like very kinky, sexy. Like
So slutty.
it
So
is
slutty.
very slutty.
Where are you going with that open belly tunic, man?
Right?
Ooh,
All right, Mars.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
lighten
All
it
right.
up.
Strong start.
Who did it land on?
Yuichiro, Chad.
Of course.
Oh,
Mars
Mars
is
is
ship it.
not boyfriend.
Yeah.
I ship it though. I love Chad.
And Unazuki or Lizzie, this is Mochoki's sister. She's fuckable just because she's very wholesome.
Oh, I remember her. She has like the southern accent in the deep dub.
She does, and there's like one episode where Usagi in the dub thinks that she's dating Mamoru because he gives her a ride home from work one time.
Yes.
And she's like, no, he gave me a ride home from work.
Usagi thinks everybody is dating Mamo at one point.
But they were in a very weird breakup at that point because he was like, I have to dump you to save you. So it was a weird moment. All right, Michi, do you want to take this one first?
Sure. So I have to go with my philosophy of Motoki's sister dying would not cause a huge impact in the universe of Sailor Moon. So I would probably kill her. And then, of course, marry the fire goddess that is Sailor Mars. Now, that would be a heck of a marriage because it would be spicy, I feel like, because the amount of hair flipping that would go on in arguments would be insane, but it would be so much fun because it would always be nice and spicy. And then, of course, kiss Chad just to keep him alive, like peck on the forehead, like, you poor boy.
All right, Monica, what are your feelings on this one?
I'm gonna have to join in the unanimous marrying of Sailor Mars. I feel like that's a foregone conclusion. She's the standout amid two of the bottom of the barrel of Sailor Moon characters here. It's a surprise that there is a Sailor Moon character who I forgot about. And Unazuki certainly falls in that category. And she is in the manga. And I believe Mamoru also still gives her a ride home from work.
Oh, is that
Yeah, I don't remember what her role in the story is other than, like, being present. A person who lives here who has a name. There's a handful of characters who, like, just appear in the manga as, like, sure, like, they're being the essentially normal lives. And she's one of those people. So, I guess I'll give her a chaste kiss. A little smooch on the forehead. And send her our way. Maybe I'll give her a ride home from work. And I guess I'm killing Yuichiro, who they really make out to be a loser in the anime. Yeah. In the manga, he just works at the Shrine of the Grave.
Yeah. There's nothing.
Yeah.
They purposely decided to make him like a creep in the anime.
Yeah, like he's just a guy with long hair his design is the same. He's definitely a scruffy dude with long hair who works at the shrine. So that's my answer.
All right. So although it is not, I'm gonna go the same lineup as Monica. Although it's not like the best choice for my well-being, I'm gonna do it anyway. And so this is why. Yuichiro Chad, like I have to put him in the kill category for me because he was absolutely a creep. Oh yeah, I'm in love with Ray and we're gonna get married. And she was like, no, we're not. And he was like, okay, but I love you though. And I was like, nope, done. I realized that you become less annoying over the course of the series, but no, we're done. And then here's the thing. I shouldn't marry Ray. And the reason I shouldn't marry Ray is because I think we're heading for divorce. I think that this would be a mentative marriage. She's very set in her ways, and like I think there would be a lot of conflict there. I don't think the marriage would go well between us, but I'd marry her anyway. And then I too would give Unazuki like a chaste kiss on the forehead. She's a very sweet girl. Would it be more sensible to marry her because she just seems like a nice girl who I would have like a unexciting, frankly, very boring marriage with? Yes, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. I would choose the spicier route and marry Mars. And so I think that is going to be where my vote falls.
You're totally right about the heading towards divorce. However, she and I are both Arieses, and high intensity arguments is how we express affection. So I think,
fire and fire. I love it. Okay, and I'm willing to concede on. I forgot Chad's a creep. For some reason, I haven't rewatched that part of the 90s yet. In my brain, it was so much more romanticized. But as you talked, I'm like, oh wait, it was that bad.
Yeah, and I think the hard part is because this was a different time and people's sensibilities were different. They didn't think it was that bad. They were just like, oh no, he's determined to be in love with her, even though she's. That shows how much he really likes Diaz, and I'm like, it shows he won't take no for an answer, and no is a complete sentence. But so I think it was very romanticized in how it was presented. So it's hard to not take that into account when you're looking at it. It is frustrating because I think as far as Sailor Moon characters go, he has one of the more unique and distinctive designs. With he's scruffy. Half the time you can't see his eyeballs at all. He's got like a more square jawline than any of the characters usually have. These are cool design, which is a shame that in the anime they decided to also make him like a bit of a creep. All right, so
he's like a man in the Shrine of.
Yes. All right, so if we have come to a consensus on this one. Well, so far it looks like we're all of the main planetary senshi are getting, so that's pretty dope.
We like them spicy.
We do. All right, let's see who our next big pairing is. Pairing.
Let's see.
All right, tuxedo mask.
Oh God.
Nehelenia.
Oh boy.
Ethelenia.
Great, yeah, great news. This should, unless they really throw me a curveball, this should be an easy one so far. Sailor Palace. Okay. All right, so tuxedo mask. Nehelenia, where did you go? My darling? Why can't I?
Where'd she go?
Where are you?
Oh, she's on the top.
She's way at the top for some reason. Okay.
Top row fourth then. Yep.
And Palace. There we go. All right. So this for me is a fairly easy one. Michi, do you want to give us your rundown?
But we could change her.
I'm marrying her.
I'm marrying her.
I'm like, tell you straight up, I am marrying this woman. Already been redeemed. It's fine.
See, that's exactly it. It's like she has a good ending. Technically, if you marry her, it's not a bad thing. Because I'm sorry, but she gives mommy energy in the best possible way.
Correct.
And then Kiss would be, oh God. See, I don't know, because honestly, Sailor Palace, she annoys the heck out of me. Especially in the 90s anime, she was the most annoying one of the four to me. So I'd probably kill her and Kiss Tuxedo Mask so Usagi wouldn't cry. Because that's where my brain goes.
All right, Monica.
I'm also one of those people who's just like, I just don't see the Mamoru people.
See, I don't get it.
Okay. That's the divide. Straight Sailor Moon fans are like, Usagi and Mamoru, and queer Sailor Moon fans are like, Haruka and Michiru's parents.
I do have full respect for like the more genderqueer fans who are like Usagi and Seiya. I'm like, all right, respect it.
They're not. That's the secret third option. The question is, I don't hate Mamoru enough to want to kill him. But I feel the same way about Sailor Palace. But they either inspire a particularly strong feeling in me. But however, I am rapidly flipping back and forth as to whether Nehelenia is a Mary or a
Can you handle all that?
Keep in mind that if you don't, you are facing the potential prospect of marrying a henchman.
Well, so the other okay, so where I'm at is if I don't marry Nehelenia, I'm gonna marry Mom.
Okay, all right. He's not a henchman.
He's not a henchman. I will not be marrying any head. Wait, I'm gonna say that, and then we're gonna get something where it's like two Shiteno and like one of the Star Gardeners. I think I'm gonna marry Mamoru. He's very Mamoru.
Okay.
He is loyal. He will defend your honor. That's literally what his name means. He, like, I know the anime turned up him being weird and creepy. In the manga, he's just autistic. He's just a really smart guy. He's very focused on his work. He just has a bit of autism, so he's me. And like, he's gonna be a doctor. He's got his cool psychometry powers. So all he has to do is like touch you and figure out what's going on. Like, and he actually like in the manga has some legit powers. Yeah. He has a smoking bomber.
I don't know if I could fuck a man whose power is tuxedo smoking bomber. Is that?
That's kill him off the fuck range.
Like he just don't talk about it, honey. Just
silently use that attack.
Yeah, it's just keep that inside your heart. You would absolutely kiss Nehelenia, and I guess we're going to put Sailor Palace out the pasture on account of I just don't have strong feelings towards her either way.
That's fair.
Yeah, so for me, I mean, like there, I Nehelenia, what's not to marry about her? Like she's,
Lots of things actually, but go on.
but like when you wear rose-colored flags, all the red flags,
Yeah,
rose glasses. So yep, I marry Nehelenia, then I will be like the queen of like a glorious kingdom. And I will fulfill her wish that she just wanted friends and a lover who could understand her. I
Mhm.
can be that person. And we will live happily and very sexily ever after. I think as far as kiss and kill, like I I don't have I don't have a strong desire to kiss people. And
Mhm.
manga Mamoru is more like he's definitely not the absolute douchebag that anime Mamoru is. For me, I'm gonna put Palace in the kill category because like even though she's theoretically an adult, I don't feel like this woman will ever be theoretically an adult. Um, and I don't want to kiss. So I will marry Nehelenia, kiss Tuxedo Mask, and kill Sailor Palace.
I agree with that. I like it.
I'm not going to push any harder for marrying Mamoru. This was
I like get it. He's like the super marriage material, but I
He's-
just can't with him.
he's just yeah. I'm not. I'm like it wasn't a strong case, so I'm not going to fight about it anymore.
No, I think
No.
that we've each had those ones where it's like, look, I would go a different way, but like it's not a strong
Yeah,
no
it's
for
not
me.
strong.
No.
I just
Alright.
remembered that the man has a shirt that says Earth.
Letting everyone know who he is.
I like Earth.
It's one of his less bad outfits is the thing.
I've always wanted to see somebody cosplay it because that always makes me laugh.
Be so good. All right, for our next big trio, we are choosing our fate between Jedi.
Okay.
Interesting.
Henchman.
Yep. Very annoying henchman in my opinion. Kunzite, also a henchman.
Also henchman.
But a higher ranking Morgan.
Monica, what was your prediction? 2 henchmen and a what?
I said 2 of the Shitano and a Star Gardener.
All right, let's see. Oh, okay. Nope. Kenji Papa.
Okay.
All right. Let's pluck them out. Here's Kenji Papa with toast in his mouth, which is adorable, frankly. Kunzite and Jedi. For me, I think for an easy one. I'm gonna kill Jedi. I find him annoying, especially the anime. Like, what a whiny little shit. I'm killing him. Kunzite, like he's got a boyfriend already. I do think he's very sexy in his way, but I don't want to marry him. I think he's got a lot of baggage. I'm gonna kiss him, and then like Kenji Papa, like he's there for his family. I think his entire role involves being married and a parent. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I will marry the dad. I will fuck Kunzite and I will kill Jedi. Thus avoiding marrying a henchman. All right, Michi. How are we breaking
This is
this
so
down?
hard because I find none of them attractive in the slightest.
I mean, they're all men.
Yeah, so it's just like, all right, I'm working here. See, part of me wants to be like, marry the dad because he is a good provider and he's a nice guy. He's really good to his wife. You know what? 11 out of 10 when you're looking for marriage material, like he fits all the criteria.
And like his life is not fully together even as a parent because he's running with toast in his mouth in this picture. And I feel like that's something I can relate to.
Yeah, he is Usagi's dad.
Yeah.
So she comes by it honest. True.
Yes. That is fully inherited. It is not from Ikuko Mama.
No.
And then I was trying to give like, all iterations a fair chance because I was trying to remember how different Kunzite and Jedi are in the PGSM live action version. But still that 90s Sailor Moon, Jedi is just such a whiny little he is.
Oh, Sailor Denzel does excellently point out that Kenji Papa is rich. So
Yeah,
true.
like
The way
Sailor
that
Denzel.
the Tsukino family lives he is definitely loaded.
That's true. Okay, so would probably marry Kenji Papa, kiss Kunzite, and kill Jedi.
All right, you and I are in agreement here.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I can argue with it. It's like, I one of the, just to talk for a second, one of my favorite things about Sailor Moon is like a lot of the stuff they do, both in the anime and in the manga, even if they're like rich kids. However, the experiences that they showing off that they like are rich kids, like Usagi lives in a multi-story house in the middle of downtown, like became extremely relatable to an American audience. And
Yes.
so it like the context of that changed from being like, yeah, these are like upper class kids to being like they are everyman kids to us.
Yes.
And I don't know what Kenji Papa does, but he sure is making money. So I can't argue with rich family man who could own a multiple story house in downtown Tokyo. Or at least could in the 90s. I don't know if he still could.
Who knows? It depends what job he was doing.
It's true. It does depend on what job he was doing. And the 90s Japanese economic boom was kind to him. And the family, yeah. Like, I do find Kunzite fuckable. He's very hot in a kind of GNC way.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he also had that, like, tormented going for him. Which is so hot. Like, gotta put him in the kiss category. And while in a Sailor Moon themed single hot thing I ran once, I made Jadeite lovable, specifically to bait our mutual friend Sean into liking him, who was playing Sailor Mars. He's still gonna die. Like, he's so annoying. He's on Netflix, not on mine.
Now I will say, I think that probably there are some like brat tamers out, and I can see the appeal of Jedi. Like, if you are a brat tamer and like, that is you are like, then I think like, yeah, he's probably like a pretty good brat. And so I respect that.
He does earn some style points for attempting to hit all the Sailor Senshi very early on.
Yes,
that is a thing he did. So like, she kind of sort of fill a role as being like Mamoru Senshi, and I think, and therefore her kind of shitty teams too. And they did a great job of making Jadeite feel like the world's worst 17-year-old.
Yes.
Oh my
god. All right, excellently. We are all in agreement on this. I just want to like take a moment to appreciate this lineup, like cosmically powerful, amazing beings that we are marrying. And Ikugo Papa.
A rich, regular guy.
I kind of love it though. What is that?
I love that for him. Kenji Papa, we love you. All right. So let's see who is our next trio.
Oh man, it's getting harder as they go sometimes.
I know. I know somehow. All right. Queen Serenity the First. This is Mama Bun.
This is Queen Mom. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Aluminum Siren. All right. And Beryl. All right. We've got a Queen off plus Siren.
Still haven't married him.
We're gonna here because I might marry a henchman on this one.
Okay.
All right. Where is Mama? All right. So I feel like Siren will bring nothing to the marriage, but I would really enjoy being married to her. I think she's got that extreme Pisces energy of just like, she's very soft and artsy and like sweet, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I'd marry her. Like, I would have to do all the work in that relationship and have all the responsibility, which is not where I want to be in a relationship. But I'd do it anyway. I think she's cute. And then I don't know, kiss and kill, like Beryl and like neither of them to me is fuckable. But like, I guess I'd kill Beryl and kiss like Serenity the First. Never like Beryl, I never particularly felt any sympathy towards, but also she wasn't for me, she's not hot lady like villain in the way that like even frankly like Kaolinite, that's Hot Lady Villain. But I don't know, Beryl never did it for me. So that's my decision. I'm marrying a henchman.
Unfortunately for me, every single one of the Sailor Moon villains. Ooh, evil lady. Ooh, evil lady. Ooh, evil lady.
Well, I respect it.
I was also thinking, do you remember Beryl from Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, like the live action one?
Okay. All right. I will give that Beryl. I will give you that Beryl. That Beryl.
Because that Beryl, hot.
Yeah. All right. That Beryl can get it.
Beryl, when she's a person, like in the musicals or in live action regarding Sailor Moon or a cosplayer, like that is a design that looks hot on a real.
Yes.
And then as a cartoon, you're sort of, I think it's hot. Clearly, we disagree a little bit, but like it's something about it really works when you put it on a real person.
Oh, yes. And I think on a real person, I'm less distracted by the boomerang that is just a boomerang. It is just a boomerang that is on her forehead. And, like, it's definitely less distracting for me when it's on a person, especially a hot person who's got that like, repulsive vibe to her, where I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Rita Repulsa, by the way, can also get it.
Yeah. Her boomerang looks more like a kabuto on a human than it does on the cartoon.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So for me, I think I may have to marry Buns the First.
Okay.
Very simple. So like, but if the opportunity to marry the all-powerful moon goddess arises, I think you say yes. Like,
it's fair.
Yeah, she is herself a cosmic entity. And like, we don't really, like, Buns the First showed up and founded the original moon. Right. In the nebulous time before space. She's theoretically immortal. She's sort of a vague divinity about her. And if the opportunity to marry that presents itself, let's not turn it down. Founder of the moon.
Respect it.
Yeah. Aluminum Siren, very much my type. But like you said, I don't know if she's marriage material. I think she's a short-term fling material.
Very fair. Very fair.
He's the sort of person who, like, you would hook up with and you'd have a great time and you'd really connect. And then she'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll text you later. And then she just forgets.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she ghosts you, not because she didn't like you. She just literally forgot. She opened the message and was like, oh, yeah, sweet.
Oh, my God, so true. I love it.
And then wouldn't, like, type it, would just be like, oh, yeah, I will meet you for a date. And then just forget to send you the message back. And then accidentally ghost you.
100%. I love her. 100%.
She's one of the characters whose anime presentation I like so much better than the manga.
Yes.
They gave her a character. She's a villain. Like, I think she shows up, kills some people, and leaves, which is what most of the animates do in the manga. And then, while I do find Beryl to be an absolute smoke show, she is cruel. She's petty. She's tyrannical. She's cold-hearted. I don't think she's on the I can fix her. She's just hot. Like, like Nehelenia and Galaxia have a little bit of redeemable quality to them, even if they're headstrong people. Like I've talked about, Galaxia is honorable, right? But there's still, you could maybe find a way to fix her through that honorable aspect. Beryl, I think, is just irredeemable personality-wise. So I think we can kill Beryl. That's my end.
All right, fair. By the way, Switch of Spades, looking at our marriage line, Galactic Empress, Fire Queen, Toast Dad.
We love a good toast dad.
So Heathers, I really hope we get Pharaoh 90 next. I don't think Pharaoh 90 is on this list, and that's for no other reason than because this tier maker didn't have Pharaoh 90 in it. So although Wise Man is in here, we will get to consider the fuckability of Wise Man. We will not get to consider the fuckability of Pharaoh 90.
Oh, we should just do a bonus round at the end. It's just like Pharaoh 90, chaos.
Yes. Chaos.
Yeah. I was trying to remember all the incarnations of chaos.
Oh, I can't even remember all of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who was manipulating. You know what? We'll finish.
Well, yeah.
And I'll try to remember when we're done.
Yep.
So Let's see. Am I next?
Yes, you are. You have to give us your ruling on Siren, Beryl, and Buns the First.
Kill Buns the First. I'm still angry at her. I think everybody's already heard my 2-hour rant on Buns the First, so I don't need to repeat much, but I hate her.
Kind of the Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes, I think that she made sure that not one single person besides Usagi had a happy second life. Like, Mamo's life is real sad. Both his parents died. Ami barely ever gets to see her mother because she's working all the time. Father is gone. Ray's dad is a politician who barely pays attention to her and tries to control her. And her mother is dead. She has to live with her grandpa, which is not a bad thing, but like, it's like, like Usagi got like the traditional happy like life, and then she gave shit to everybody else. Haruka, Michiru, Setsuna, we don't even see their parents.
So I'm fairly neutral on Buns the First because I think she's supposed to be portrayed as like a divinity, a good person. And like, I want a good faith interpretation to what I think Nako's intentions were with her. So I'm like, I think because if I take it out of that, I'm like, she's an imperialist. Like, how supportive of her can we be? But I don't think that was the intention. I think the intention was that she was like a great unifier. Fair. But the thing I do still quibble with is that we do directly see in the manga when like she's like talking to Sailor Pluto, who's a child at the time, and she's like this Excel who's like wants to fight with the team and like, do her best and contribute. And Serenity's like, here's the special job I have for you, Pluto. You need to stand by this door for all eternity and never let anyone through it or anyone come near it. And you can't see anyone and no one can see you. And you can't mess with time and you can't travel through time and you can't stop time. And if you stop time, you'll die. Like, stay here and just continue staying here and just try the sacrifice of your entire existence and you getting to not have a life ever. Well, the rest of us get to have a really nice time. And Pluto was like, I'll do my best, ma'am. Like, and then, obviously millennia later, she finally gets to fight with the team. She stops time. She dies. And she's like, I'm so happy that I finally got to fight with everyone. I always really wanted to. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So like, I do hold that against Serenity because I literally see her doing that. And I'm like, that is mean. She was a child when you made her do that. You didn't even send anyone to visit her.
And her staff was so big compared to her. Like, she could have at least gave her a friend.
Please, Serenity, this is not a how-to guide.
There's like Serenity has very much a like principal deity thing going for her, like Zeus or Odin or Amaterasu.
Yeah,
like her Marika from Elgrave, where like her job is to be like the person who is in charge, and so a lot of those key deities of pantheons do things that are cool, but like necessary in a long-term thing, or even short-sighted and selfish, like saving her own child, and, like using her great power to make sure her own child had a secure future. And then I think the way I always read what Michi talked about is less that she was intentionally cruel to the rest of her court, but more that she paid special attention to her child and then just let everyone else reincarnate normal. Right? There was no special attention paid to anyone else, which resulted in them having normal, tumultuous moral lives, just like anyone else gets. I can see why you would be like, but you're a super powerful moon goddess. Why didn't you do that for everyone? And that's a fair argument, and I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just talking about how I've always looked at her as a figure from mythology, and figures from mythology are often and small-minded, even when they are kind of like.
Absolutely. Yep. And I think that was very much the authorial intent. And like I said, I do try to respect that, an honest narrative intent. So yeah. Right, so Michi, you are killing Buns.
I'm killing Buns the First.
Killing Buns. All right.
And then it's funny, you guys make great arguments on Beryl, and I just think she would be fun to kiss. She'd be an angry kiss. She would be that like up against a wall kiss, but she would be fun for the time, but you would not want to marry her.
I agree.
Yeah, there's this stuff about her where you're like, It would be a fun, one-time only, once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I mean, she is toxic as fuck, so you're right. Like,
And then Aluminum Siren, I actually really like because her relationship with Sailor Leg Crow was actually really cute.
I mean, they're very married. They're extremely
married.
married.
You can't tell me they're not married. Like, she was a great wife material.
so you're
That's
you're
where I'm
also
at.
going to marry Aluminum.
Yes,
I'm outnumbered by Ocean Wind.
you are. All right. So what's our final lineup going to be?
So we are very extremely split on this one. We
We are
have-
all over.
Monica and I are both fully prepared to kill Beryl, but
Yes.
Michi and I are both fully prepared to marry Aluminum Siren. We do not have none of us have a three-way consensus. And I think we've each chosen different selections for Serenity. We each put her in a different category. So
Yes.
we're very up in the air on that one. Is there anyone we definitively don't want to kill? I definitively don't want to kill Siren for me.
I think we can all agree we don't want to kill Siren.
Yeah. Okay. Which means now we have to decide. Yeah, exactly. To the negotiation table. Exactly. We are now negotiating who we want to kill. Are we killing Beryl or are we killing Serenity? Because I think Kiss is just less of a commitment. I think you're making more of a commitment when you're deciding you're gonna bump off. Although that was not at all how we did it in the first round where we were like, you know what?
Yeah,
Sorry, Reika, off you go.
The rules are made up and the points don't matter, so you can change your mind.
We make our own destiny.
I think I'm going to double down on killing Beryl.
Okay. I can agree.
I don't think, like, I agree that it would be caught, but I think she's got to go.
All right, so now we're in the decision area between who we're going to marry and who we're just going to kiss. And the question is, who inspires? Who's more fuckable? Who's more long-term material? And can we marry a henchman or not?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I'm not going to vote for marrying a henchman. I'm still above that. But
And I would rather vote for anyone than vote for marrying that woman.
I am happy to be overruled. How about that? Put it that way.
All right. So this one comes down to me. You are firm on
We know.
kissing Siren and marrying Serenity.
Correct.
You are firm on not marrying Serenity, and you're good with marrying. You're firm with kissing Siren, and you're good with kissing Serenity and marrying Siren.
Correct.
I think as the decision maker, I'm going to go with Michi, and the reason I'm going to go with Michi is Michi compromised with us on who we're murdering. We budged on murdering Beryl. So we're going to marry a henchman under protest. Under protest.
Under protest.
This one's pretty good. Also, I'm outnumbered by ocean women, so I know where I fit.
And then we will kiss Buns the first. All right. But that was a negotiation to get to that one. Compromise on all sides to get it there. That's a lie. It ended up with exactly what I wanted.
Somehow you won out of all of us. You won the most.
There's only so many combinations there can possibly be.
It's true.
So,
It's
in
true.
theory, something someone picks being the final outcome is very likely.
It's very likely. Yep.
Just statistically.
Yep. All right. But so far, we are only marrying one henchman.
It's
The
pretty-
henchman
it's-
marriage
it's
counts.
Pretty
low.
low.
All right.
Yeah. It's a pretty good.
Yeah, she is very good. All right. The twins, Cyprien and Tybalt.
Okay.
The man with the glam hair himself. No,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Ooh.
Okay, no. Ikuko Mama. I thought it was going to be Melvin.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
All right. And Ikuko Mama. All right. So the twins, Nephrite and Ikuko Mama. Nephrite and Ikuko Mama. All right. Who wants to take this one first? I'm still deciding.
Oh, God. You guys were part of the Witches 5, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I will say straight up, like, I generally have very not strong feelings about the Deathbusters. They don't inspire many emotions in me, so they don't tend to be strongly moving me.
The
In one way.
Deathbusters have Professor Tomoi, very memorable.
Yes.
Yolanite, very memorable.
Yep.
Udiel, very memorable.
They're
like the tail end.
frequently I'm like, which one's Telu? Which one's Veloy?
Oh, and Mehmet.
And Mehmet. Yep.
Yeah, and then everyone else is here. It sure is here.
Yep.
Who's the one that Cyril Mercury jumps out of the window to get away from or to fight on the ground in the manga? I don't remember. I think that's Telu. The ice one?
so.
I don't remember. The ice
Yeah,
one.
that's the
No,
ice
it's like
one.
Yuri, Mehmet, the ice one, plant one, and the twins. I know. It's the Deathbusters. They have such a cool name.
I know.
They do. They really do, though.
And, okay, so I guess we're marrying both of Usagi's parents. Just move over. We're coming in. But
You know what?
yeah, I guess. I feel like some meme.
The one thing I'll say is Nephrite did do his homework. Out of all 4 generals, he did his homework the best.
It's true. Nephrite did succeed at being a henchman.
Like Nephrite was a henchman. He had astrology type of shit going on, which I thought was pretty like dope. And I really liked his like completely made up redemption arc that he got in the 90s anime. I was like, you know what? This is absolutely cute. I liked that it was with like a non-Usagi character. You got to really showcase like Naru like being important and relevant, and that just a regular civilian could improve someone's life. I'm like, you know what? I feel towards Nephrite actually.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking the same thing. Like they really made him a character in the last show. One of the benefits of having filler.
Yes.
And for that, I think he's kissable.
Yeah, I could accept
He's
that.
also like a babe. He did in the manga.
Yeah.
And I guess Cyprian and Toll are here.
There you. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember them having any. Well, like I remember they had a cool gimmick in the show. Like they had a cool fight with their people and they fire nice thing. So I guess we'll fight them and kill them. They'll be the body. They can be a cool encounter for us.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure. I like it. They're good. They're a good show note.
All right.
Sure.
Yep. We're putting them in the kill category. I think for me, like, I'm very between Ikuko Mama and Nephrite as far as like marrying. I think they would both make pretty good marriage material. But the reason that I'm gonna agree with the group and put Nephrite in the kiss category is I think he's much more fuckable than Ikuko Mama.
Yeah,
That's
I would
fair.
agree. Also, like it has to kind of be like a hookup or a makeout or something because he's gay.
Yeah.
Also, though, where Sailor Denzel says the episode where Nephrite dresses up as Tuxedo Mask is so good, Chef's Kiss, and I agree because
So
that
true.
episode is so good.
So true.
Like Nephrite carried the first season as a villain.
Accurate. All right. Yes. Amazing, Louis. We are now marrying both of Usagi's parents. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But also, we avoided marrying a henchman again.
We did.
I'm very proud of it.
I know Monica like not one more.
For our next matchup.
I don't know if the rest of the Shadow Galactica is in there, but I have to read.
So anime only Shadow
Oh, okay.
Galactica. So like
No
no Nemosity and Lethe, no Star Gardeners, no Papillon. And of course no Krako from the musicals.
It's everyone's favorite anime.
All right, we've got Udio, or Hot Lady from the Deathbusters.
All right. The other memorable character from Deathbusters. All right.
Yep.
To be fair, she did do her homework and went like crazy on her.
But she's up against Venus.
Ooh, the goddess of love and beauty herself. Really?
That's meant to be
Are you
easy.
serious? Oh my god. Clearly we're marrying Zirconia.
Very easy. I don't know if
Very
everyone else
easy.
thinks so, but I think these three fall into 3 very easy categories for me.
You don't think? Oh, come on.
Yeah, I think
All right.
these all fall into three very easy categories.
Yes. Yeah. And I think we're all kissing Uriel. I think
Yep.
we're all marrying Venus. And I think we're all killing Zirconia.
Like a
Isn't Zirconia the secret station of chaos from the arc
I think that is
manga?
somewhat ambiguous and somewhat played differently in the anime versus the manga. Because I think in the manga it was just sort of chaos itself from the mirror. But I think that's played more as that being Zirconia. But yeah, we can still do for our final our bonus matchup if we get to it. We can still absolutely do Pharaoh 90, Wise Man, and Zirconia. We'll all be like, can I fuck the planet Nemesis instead?
is there a secret option we don't know about?
That's who I was thinking of. I'm also trying to remember who the hell it was from the first season.
So
okay.
in the first season, Metalia, who is in here,
Metalia.
has her own thing. Although as the blue body of Beryl, which is hotter than what Metalia actually looks like. But yeah, so Metalia is here. We will have the option of fucking marrying or killing Metalia.
Natalia. Okay. I was just trying to remember the 5 man chaos, Natalia, Planet X, Nemesis, Better 90, man. Oh, the Wise Man, Planet.
Yeah, they're the same thing. Yep.
Yeah, and then
Pet. All right. Pets.
yeah, these guys, the terrorist group, are all
Yes, the eco terrorists.
Yep.
Yeah, they are. Oh my god. And Berthier? Okay. All right.
Really?
Two henchmen. All right.
Two
Let's see if we
henchmen.
get
Oh, no,
if we get a
Monica.
third henchman.
All right, third henchman.
Monica, you better hope it's not
I mean,
another
there
henchman.
are. It's a
Like-
henchman.
I kind of what it's today.
Yep. It's a henchman.
All
right. We have a henchman. They're all go terrorists.
All
All
right.
right. So we've got Pets, we've got Berthier, and we've got Rubius.
What are the odds these three would line up together? You
Yep.
got your 3 Pokemon characters.
Okay. And no matter who you answer for this one, the rest of them will be furious.
It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. So I'll take this one first.
Okay.
Now, if we were going manga only, I think this could potentially be a little harder. Partly because they're characterized in the manga, and partly because like no one particularly offends me in the manga out of these particular people. But taking into consideration the anime, where they did a lot with some of these characters, like in the anime, Rubius is a fuckboy. Like, and I cannot not take that into account. He's an easy kill for me because he's a fuckboy. And Pets is wonderfully sympathetic in her complicated way. And although she's in love with someone else, in her complicated, tragic way, like, I think, no. Because I do think that Berthier is probably the better marriage material. I think she's intellectual. She's a little more even keel emotionally. I think she'd be interesting to be married to. I think we'd have fun. And I think I'm probably more attracted to Pets. So I think for me, I'll kiss Pets, marry Berthier, and Rubius.
I fall along a very similar line. Rubius is a fuckboy, get him out of here.
Yeah.
And he's also that characterization I felt was easy to extrapolate from his appearance in the box. Like,
Yes.
he doesn't
Yeah.
a whole lot, but it was like some of the extrapolation, they're like, oh, we made a whole character out of it. And you're like, I don't know where you derived some of that, but I'm glad you did. And Rubius, that is what that guy is. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, so I agree. Fuckboy guy here. But Rubius gotta die. Rubius must die.
That's a general consensus.
Yeah, I totally agree with your assessments of the two characters, but I think I would prefer to pair here. She's more of the type that I would prefer to like and have fun with, as opposed to someone who I think I want to partner up with. And I do find Pets equally sympathetic and interesting. So I'm gonna marry her.
I've no quibble with that. No quibble with that. Easily go that direction.
No, and it's funny because I'm actually rewatching the season right now, and they're such interesting characters together.
Mm.
Like, their dynamic is just all over the place, but I think I have to kinda go with Relia, kinda lean more towards pets. I don't know, I don't feel strongly either way. Let's put it that way. I am very open to either of your interpretation. Neither of these characters made a huge impact on me. I think, like, the chess where Ice is coming up on Ami is probably the most memorable for birth year for me, but otherwise, I'm very neutral on both.
This one time we did a cosplay group of, I don't know if it was the full Black Moon terrorist organization, or if it was just most of them, or just the henchmen. But our mutual friend Carol cosplayed as that, but it was fucking smoking, and then that might be tilting my head.
No, Pets is like
Pets
it's hot.
Pets is real hot.
Pets is hot.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, and I think as far as like negotiating this one, Michi, you don't feel strongly like Monica. I think you felt more. Also, like I'm very convinced by Monica's argument about now she's just Pets is also more sympathetic. She's more like there's more there. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Kiss birth year, marry Pets, and I think as far as a henchman that we're marrying, because we had to marry a henchman in this
We
one.
did have to marry it.
I think she's a solid choice.
Like,
I
as far
agree.
as the two henchmen in this row go,
Yeah, I think they're quality henchmen. Not as far as their henchman capability, and not great as a henchman, but as far as marriage material.
Good marriage material.
All right, let's see who we've got up next. As we eliminate people, the wheel becomes more readable.
Yes.
We see the names now. Professor Tomoe.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
A terrible
first thing
death.
that's what I think of this.
All right, back to henchmen. Now we've got Koan.
Okay.
And I did like on the wheel. I did put in for some of these characters what their like deep names were, just for memorability.
No, that helps
So
me.
you'll be able to see like Cassie and things like that.
Some of those are just embedded in my memory.
In
Same.
Juno. Yep.
Ooh, interesting.
All right. So we've got Professor Tomoe, where'd you go? There you are. We've got Juno, and we've got Koan.
Interesting lineup.
With her big old gem on her forehead.
Yeah.
Just a big stone.
Look, Naoko frequently just was like, that's a really cool runway outfit. I'll use that. And just took
Yep.
it. And that was one of them.
Some designer decided to do a giant gem on the forehead and forevermore.
Yep.
All right. So I guess I'll go first. But it's like, have you ever felt so like, I don't know, Professor Tomoe is the biggest I'm apathetic towards him, but also I'm like, I get where he's coming from, and it depends. Is this the chaos version or the nice version?
That's up to you. You can make an argument for either one.
Because
If,
that's a nice guy.
we
He's
see him,
not.
like when we see him like looking hot with the good animation holding baby Saturn when they come and steal baby Saturn, I'm like, he was hot in those 3 or 4 frames that he was in when he was just a nice dad with his baby.
Right?
Not fair.
Like dad material. He looked like you would genuinely be like, okay, wait, let's talk. Like, that's why I lean towards Mary with him. Because out of all of them, because I know Sailor Juno and I, attitude-wise, would never get along. I would end up killing her. Like, I love her as a character. I would end up killing her. Because she has the snarkiest attitude. And that's saying something compared to Katsy. You know what I mean. So like for me, it would probably be kiss Katsy, kill Juno, and marry Tomoe.
Here's him in that one frame holding his baby.
See, like
Looking like not entirely unhappy.
Isn't he also canonically like 32?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. Sorry about going gray completely at 32 there, buddy.
Yo.
Maybe
maybe
do that to you.
he always was.
Yeah, maybe. But I also feel like some people just go gray early.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those people whose genetics were just like silver fox real early. Yeah. Boy, this one's hard.
I know,
again,
right?
Again, boner uninspiring.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't have strong feelings about the asteroid Senshi. the quartet. Trying to remember. Yeah,
Yes.
like they're Kibius's guys. I like of the 5 arcs, the dream arc is probably my least favorite. So it's like not as embedded in my memory. Like I can recite the Infinity arc and the Stars arc back to you, right? But the rest of them, especially that one, I'm like, there's something sure did happen. Helenia was there.
I also have to say, like, I think part of the reason that I find the Amazonas Quartet semi unmemorable as individual characters is that I found that Amazon Trio more distinct and memorable as individual characters. 100%. And so
And
you follow up the trio with the quartet, and they just don't resound in the same way.
In the classic anime, the trio was just like, here's some messy things. And then the quartet was like, and here's some kids.
Yep. It's exactly how they went down.
Yeah.
I think also with the quartet, you run into the problem characterization wise of the fact that they're such deliberate counterparts to the inner that not much to say about them as characters. You know, Sailor Ceres, okay, she's the Sailor Venus one. Okay. But Sailor Venus is the Sailor Venus one, and that's who I have strong feelings and opinions about. You know? That kind of thing.
I had feelings about Koan, who I don't like, so we'll kill.
Okay.
I like Michi's argument that Professor Tomoe, before being corrupt, theoretically a family man, a scientist, good at his job, and like before the brainworms ate his brain, in theory, he was trying to take care of and heal his very sickly daughter.
Yes.
So there was a noble intention before an evil planet, and like before an invader from outer space rewired his. So I think you can fix him. It's going to require an exorcism, and I think we will hold hands with Sailor Judah. Oh yes, Sailor Denzel once again pointing out that Professor Tomoe is also rich. See, like
he's the best. Like, I'm sorry, Professor Tomoe with the package. I'm gonna have to go with both of you in terms of like marrying Professor Tomoe. I don't think going into this I ever would have thought like, who's gonna be one of my marriage choices is Professor Tomoe. But I'm like, I know not only am I like he was a guy who wanted to heal his sick kid. And I do believe we shouldn't say that someone was irredeemable when like their brain was a thing.
Yeah,
the brain was infected by worms. And also like in a very superficial way, like this is like he's like a Twinkie dad, and for me, I'm that's fuckable, but it's like long term fuckable. Like I could repeat that experience. So like I'm definitely gonna go with rich tragic dad, twink boy, Professor Tomoe. I'm here for that. And so then we're in. Wait, I think Michi.
We were opposites.
Yeah, you were opposite. Michi, you were prepared to kiss Koan and kill Juno, and Monica, you were. We will pat Juno on the head, and we will kill Koan. I don't know. Like this is. So I'm gonna go with Monica, and it's not for a very strong reason. It's for this reason. It's that I think that Juno's character design as like kind of a sporty spice looking girl, we don't get to see much of in terms of character designs. That like, oh, she kind of she's the Jupiter analog, but I don't think even Jupiter is presented in the way of like, look at her, she's sporty spice. You know, she wears her baggy pants with her like tail kind of a thing. I'm like, I think her look as far as being visually diverse. And so I'm gonna go with let's let her live because like, I like the cut of her jib. And then that means that we will be forced to iconic. Yeah. All right. So as we've now just reached the second row of sorting, and I think that we probably all could use a little bit of a break, if that's okay.
Definitely. And do you want to take 5 or 10 minutes?
I'd like just take 5.
Okay, so we'll take 5 minutes, and then we'll be back here to finish up our last rounds of Kiss My. Yep,
Unless
get
you go do something.
Oh no, 5
Take
minutes is
5.
perfect.
Anybody who needs to get yourself some water or a hot tea, go to the bathroom. If you need to take meds, anybody who takes meds out there in the audience, this is a good reminder for your top yourself up on the hydration and the meds and all the good stuff.
If you're on Pacific
So,
time,
we will.
standard time, go eat.
Yeah, go eat.
Oh
So-
yeah, go heat yourself up some food. Yep, have
Yeah.
a little snack, get your blood sugar up. All right,
Yep.
see everybody.
In a few minutes. Yep. All right, let me switch out screen. Hey guys, and we're back for part 2 of Moonie Game Night for Bishoujo Senshi Slumber Party, if I can say that right. And my camera is not working. But I'm happy to be back with you guys, and I'm sure everybody else is. And are you guys ready to see our big debates?
I love you're just in soft focus now.
It's
It's like a soap opera.
I know, I look like I'm on a misty filter. Oh my god.
You're in a
why?
hazy memory. You're in a flashback. I'm sorry.
That's what it is.
You're trapped in a flashback.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and sorry about the audio. I will make sure I will tone that down. I'm still figuring out things, so thank you for all of our listeners.
All right,
I had to ditch my robe. I was over.
very very fair.
Yeah, it's the heat of summer.
I didn't want to take off my very good shadow black.
It is extremely good. I'm so jealous. I'm wearing my Super S scarf. It has just all the various Super S characters on it. I don't know if
Oh, that's
Wow.
so cute.
Yeah, it's got my girl Nehelenia is on here, so obviously I had to buy it.
Yeah.
So, I got this at Katsucon in the Artist Alley. Someone was selling it, and I was just like, "Yep, that's an instant purchase for me. I will wear it." And it's very soft too.
Period where Hot Top had stars are Sailor Moon merch, but only in children's sizes. And as you all know, I am not children's sized.
No.
In any capacity. But this is the biggest kid shirt.
Yeah, I honestly thought it was
Still
a
works.
shirt.
Still
So
works. It works.
Yeah, this is for a very large child, but
It's so
very
good.
big kid shirt.
that's amazing though, because it's such a cute shirt. Like I was like, why haven't I seen that before?
I'm trying to imagine why they were like, this should be for children. Are there a lot of children who like had carefully obtained the Japan only released Sailor Stars arc and were like, I'm really invested in the Shadow Galactica?
I think it had something to do with the Rita. But again, that target audience is still women above 30.
Yeah,
Yes,
you are 100% right.
But what matters
yeah,
is
I
it made
don't know. I did buy it and found a size that was like close enough.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my God.
fully works.
I love it.
All right, so
No, you guys just make me realize I need more Sailor Moon merchandise. How dare you?
actually
They
let
don't
me
make a ton of
see.
it.
I've opened that I like just closed recently, so let me just reopen some closed tabs. I'll have to reopen a million of them, but I'm gonna get there. Oh, this one shirt that's at Target right now that is just actually quite cool. Let's see. How many tabs did I have to reopen to get to it? Reopen, close tab.
Target's had some great Sailor Moon
Reopen,
merchandise
close tab.
lately.
Yeah, like occasionally the stuff that they have fantastic. Reopen,
I didn't
close
even know
tab.
Target
Oh, here it
sold
is.
Sailor Moon merch at all.
Yeah, they do. All right, here. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
It's really good, right?
Oh, that's cute.
What? Send it
Yeah.
immediately.
I will, in fact, send you a link to it immediately.
Like
I'm gonna do
subtle
that.
Sailor Moon.
I need that instantly. I buy so many clothes at Target anyway.
Like honestly, I'm like, ooh, add to cart.
Honestly, I was like, that one is that good.
Yeah. I didn't know that existed.
No,
Yeah,
same.
neither did I until I happened to be like, I was like, let me see what Sailor Moon merch is on the Target website right now. Because they periodically get stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a night shirt. It's a nighttime
It's
shirt.
only a night shirt if you limit yourself to night shirts.
Yeah.
Now, it's fun brand for us for Bishoujo Senshi Slumber Party for it to be a night shirt.
That would be Oh, yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I'm
Could
like,
also
dang, I need to pick
be-
it up.
Could also be a day shirt.
Any shirt is a day shirt if you're not a coward.
Exactly. That's how I feel about it. All right. So now that we've been distracted by this very cool Target shirt, let's find our next trio that is going to be under discussion.
Yes.
All right. Prince Demand, a
Oh,
certified
okay.
creep. Just certified.
This certified.
Like in the manga, he's terrible. In the anime, he's terrible.
Terrible.
He's absolutely.
He's terrible. Esmeralda.
Also terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Huge matchup for Sailor Iron Mouse here.
Wow. What a weird combo.
I fear we may be marrying another hedge.
We're married. We are marrying a henchman. I can virtually guarantee that.
This is so many henchmen
We
all
are
the time.
marrying there's a lot of
mean-
henchmen. We were going to have to marry a henchman at some point.
Yeah, I understood that what I was saying was not sustainable, but it was what it
Too
was.
bad.
But I was trying to hew to it as much as possible, and it was funny. All right. So what we have here is there's no getting around the essay that is involved in Prince Diamond, just like in the manga essay, in the anime essay. It is just a thing that he does, and that I take a firm stance. That is big in the kill category for me. Even if you were to somehow put that aside, he just sucks. Like in the manga, he's just like petulant. He just like for a second you think, oh, maybe he's having a face heel turn now that he realized that actually like Nemesis was an evil planet like that was a force of chaos all along, and maybe he's like not down with that because he's really just an ego terrorist with a good cross. No, he's just pissy because nobody told him. He's like, this isn't the plan. I was supposed to be the special leader when I hate you, and then he dies. He just sucks. And essay. So for me, that's an easy kill, which then leaves me with Esmeralda and Iron Mouse. I didn't think I would live in a world where I was prepared to marry Sailor Iron Mouse, but I think I am. I think I don't want to be married to Esmeralda because there's ways in which Yaten for me is 100% that bitch, but in a way that I'm like, I can be down. Like, I can get down with that. But like for me, Esmeralda is not that kind of that bitch. She's just a bitch.
Yeah.
Just a bitch. Just a bitch. So for me, like I will grudgingly kiss her. I'll steal the really cool fan that she has because it is dope. Like her drip is good. I will give it to her.
Yes,
I like her outfit. It is some of the best drip, especially in R. Where some of the outfits are very off the wall. But I'll marry Iron Mouse, and then Diamond. It's just he's probably the most dead of anyone that I've killed so far.
I don't know if I could Diamond's all the same reasons. He does get style points for doing the classic villain kidnaps the hero and puts them in an extremely cool outfit in a bedroom.
Oh
Style.
yeah, style point.
Big style points for that. But then like when the chips are down, he's selfish. He's right. Kill him dead. No argument here. I know some people who were like, I want to fuck that terrible man, and I disagree.
Same.
Yeah. You can't fix him. He doesn't take no for an answer.
No.
And he doesn't take no for an answer in a way that's worse than the way Galaxia does.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go for an answer in the way that is very many leagues different than when we were talking about Chad at Yuichiro, and we were like, no, it was a complete sentence.
Yeah.
Very different. Very different.
Yeah. Right. As much as that puts me in a position of marrying a henchman, I have to agree with marrying Iron Mouse. Again, like most of the anime pervades in the manga, her personalityless. She kills some guys and then she's dead. But she gets a whole kind of arc in the manga, and I find all the anime from the 90s show, not the manga, very charming. Like, all of them are so very lovable. And like, this does present us difficulty of the fact that we are also marrying Galaxia. And I don't know if you guys remember this part, but she's the #1 cause of all the animates dying.
Yeah.
But at least that would be a problem.
Maybe we could talk her out of it. I don't think
we could, but we could give it a go.
one of my few regrets is I never did get a chance to set up an opportunity to scare the shit out of an iron mouse by calling their phone. Like a real phone.
We so hard.
I would have required a ton of setup to like, scare the pants off of a stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wish I could have made that happen. So I guess we're marrying Iron Mouse, and I'm with you, Esmeralda, catty bitch. But it seems drip immaculate. Seems fun to make out with. I agree.
Yep. All right, Michi?
I'm with you guys. I like how Sailor Denzel said, pushes him off a ledge, Prince who?
Too.
I'm with you, Denzel. No, so that would be me. Kill on sight. Goodbye, Diamond. And then, yeah, I cannot believe I live in a world where I would actually marry Sailor Iron Mouse, but here we are.
Yeah. She got such a favorable bracket. She really did. She there's some people who really got bad news with the bracket. Like, it did not go well for them. But Sailor Iron Mouse, wow, what a win.
She's winning at something. Yeah, so I'm with you guys. And Emerald, it's just like, it's too much. She would just be too much. She'd be fun for a kiss, but like, past that, no.
Yeah. All right. We are fully in agreement on that one. A very, very easy agreement.
Yeah, which I feel like is rare, but Iron Mouse just won.
Queen Italia. Sapphire.
Okay.
All right.
And Zoisite. All right.
Ooh, interesting matchup.
All right. Metalia, Sapphire.
Natalia, who was just the Captain Planet looking motherfucker. That's who that was.
Yep. All right. Michi, what do you got?
Sapphire is just so darn sad. Like, I genuinely feel for this poor boy because his whole life just sucks. Like, he watches his brother go evil and fall down the rabbit hole. And it's like, you kind of just want to like save him from all that. So I would probably marry him kiss-wise. Probably Natalia just to say I did. And then kill Zoisite. Because honestly, Zoisite, out of all of the four kings, never really... The fire in the elevator when Zoisite is about to burn Tuxedo Mask and Usagi when they both don't know each other or each other. That is cinema at its finest to me. Oh, so then I want to kiss Zoisite for that because Zoisite gave us that amazing scene.
So Zoisite for me has really grown on me over the years. And I think when I first watched, obviously my first encountered Zoisite in the original 90s anime where like they made her a woman and blah 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 and yada. And I think female Deke Zoisite is fairly but over the years as I've gotten to experience like Zoisite as originally intended, I cannot help but like feel a deep fondness in my heart for like this very, very like ratty bottom that drives like crazy. I'm just so attached to. I'm like, if you've ever seen the movie Milk, Milk's boyfriend played by Diego Luna, same vibes. This is the bratty sub who is very demanding and like just so aggravating, but also like so cute and you can't. And I'm like, oh, you're so bad. I'm like, you know what? I have a love for Zoisite who like is also just like petty in the most delightfully like pissy way that is very enjoyable. Like Zoisite absolutely did want to burn Sailor Moon to death in a fire. You know what? Absolutely so delightful about that. Like I think for me, I will kill Metalia. I do think Metalia's drip is like a sexy improvement on Beryl's drip in terms of the animation because it's like they get rid of the like boomerang and they bring us in spiked collar look, and I'm like, that is a 50-foot woman, big woman in her like, hello, big woman. Like, that does do it for me, but. I'm like as far as marriage material, I will generally go with Sapphire. Now I do think, having recently done a manga reread, like the anime made a much more cohesive personality and character out of Sapphire's character, which was kind of a little bit all over the place in the manga. I think it still had the same kind of idea, but very well captured in the anime with more clear direction for it. I'm like, it's complicatedly sympathetic, and I like that. I find that appealing. So I will marry Sapphire, I will kiss Zoisite, and I will kill Metalia. But like, I'm sorry, big sexy woman. Hi.
Yeah. Max is here.
Hi, Max.
Hi,
I love you.
Max. You're so soft.
Oh, look
He's
at
such the cross.
Marry Max. Kill
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yes. He will, are you done? Then offend you, and I hold the camera, and that's it. Sometimes he'll just lay in my arms for the rest of the night. But apparently holding him up to the camera offended him.
It's like you're not worthy of my presence.
No, that's too much. Too much. I was laying nicely too much. Okay, so Zoisite does fall into that niche category. But I have the exact same feelings I have about the characters. Giant woman, spiked collar, very hot. He very much also my thing. But I think I might have to kiss her. I think I may feel.
I respect that exact reason.
I think I may have to rate that. And but like Zoisite's also a psychopath.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill them in a horrific way.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to do that. He's into being a henchman. Like he was like, "Yo, murder, sign me up."
The henchiest of henchmen.
Yeah. Destroy people's lives. Like
Murder, I will put it on my calendar.
I will be there with that on. Immediately attending Evil Gay Brunch. But I don't know that I want to be a kiss or a partner up with someone who is like not okay with atrocity. And though we are also marrying Galaxia, but it's kind of a little different.
This is different.
It's different.
Like she's just sort of a force of nature. Like she understands she's committing mass murder, but like it's that's Tuesday for her. There's nothing personal.
Yeah.
As opposed to him, who's like, "Oh yes, I'm murdering you because I want to kill you." Very different. And I love what a complicated, interesting portrait of soul Sapphire is, and also I cosplayed him and looked very hot in that costume. So I am really biased.
Yeah, you did.
But that jacket is in my closet.
I swear I still have that.
Still wear it. You can still wear it.
No, I can't. I got too buff.
Oh no.
Too buff.
I got too big in the chest and in the shoulders. Like my quarantine coping mechanism was to like lift weights in my house, and then I can no longer fit in any of my costumes.
Big woman.
But anyway, that's my vote. Marry him.
All right, so we're all marrying Sapphire.
Yes.
Cool. And I can come. Or you both were down to kiss Big Woman. I can completely get behind kissing Big Woman. So I have to go. It is with regret. I do respect the grift, but you must go. All right. I think we have such a like telling kiss category. I just think like there's a couple in here. They're obviously like, oh, we pat them on their sweet little. It's like there are some of those, but like, I think there are also some that definitely out us.
Yes, I think we're learning about ourselves.
All right.
Oh man, the names are getting smaller.
They are. Finally, Sailor Moon.
Finally,
Well, I was
To the
gonna
next
wonder how long it was gonna be for her.
I was wondering.
the one named Sailor Moon.
Yeah, she is the one.
Yeah, Sailor Moon.
And Miss Harna.
It's hard. All right, and then I'm grabbing.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
all right.
That cleared things up.
It sure did.
All right. Sailor Moon.
She's gonna be real surprised when she comes.
Harna Sensei. Yep. Haruka, please get up here.
No.
Sometimes it just doesn't want to drag things for. I'll give it a second. Oh, there it is. It just decided to pull Diana down, and GBU's little purple haired friend who we don't care about. I love that somehow Usagi and Haruna Sensei have the exact same expression
in the screen.
I think it's not supposed to be because Haruna, I think, is supposed to be yelling.
Yeah.
But it's like the same expression.
This is a very interesting trio.
Yeah, it's there. I don't really want to kill any of these people.
Yeah, I don't. Me neither.
Well, I will do a murder because it's the game, but I don't want to.
Like,
one of them has to go in the dumpster. We should have called the last one dumpster if we weren't calling it fun.
yeah.
True.
Yeah, this should be Kiss Mary Dumpster.
Great news! I have the power.
We're just throwing the last one away.
Coleman
Oh,
Disposal
man.
Services. Yes, the Coleman.
Not good enough to kill.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm marrying Haruka.
Yeah.
I'm marrying
Yeah.
Haruka. There is, in every conceivable way, I'm marrying Haruka.
Yeah.
The only way I would marry Haruka was if Haruka had been in the same category.
Oh, that would.
And even then, that would have been torture for me. But I'm marrying Haruka. And then like I like look at Usagi, look at her sweet little face. Like I can't kill her. I can't do that. I can't do it. Well, I will kiss her on her sweet little head, and then like I will unfortunately put Haruna Sensei in the dumpster, despite the fact that she's perfectly decent.
But I'm with you. I agree with your exact lineup. That's how I would go. Like, when am I not in a world where I would marry Haruka? And then Usagi's just Usagi. You can't kill her. And Twitch of Spades adding, "I will do a murder. It's part of the game." Tonight's quote. I don't know, Monica. I agree right now with Relia. How do you feel?
So, like, normally I would reflect it about Haruka because she flips back and forth. Do I want to fuck her? Or do I,
What a mood.
I think we know the answer to that question, though. The actual answer to that question. It's like, that just encountering Haruka said I at a formative age rewired my entire brain. But if that deciding factor would depend on who else in the bracket. And since what we have in the bracket is Usagi, perfect lovable Usagi, homeroom teacher, I think we have to marry Haruka. So kiss Usagi, because Usagi, our bisexual queen, very kiss.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Very kissable. And I think we have to put Harness in the dumpster on account of the normal person.
Yeah. I think it's rough for her because the dumpster is mostly filled with like people who just suck in one way or another. There's Motoki's girlfriend Reika and Haruna Sensei just in the dumpster with them, kind of talking to each other desperately because everyone else seems very scary.
It's kind of funny if you look at our trends.
I think we have some common ground that we find with these characters.
It's almost better that we have to agree.
Yes, it makes. All right, Sailor Ceres.
I'll be honest, keep rolling up the Amazoness quartet, and I struggle to remember.
Pink hair.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, wait, which one's that?
Black Lady.
Pink
Versus Red. All right.
versus Red. Ooh.
Yep. All right. So we have Sailor Ceres, pink, Black Lady, pink, and Kakyu, red.
Ooh, what an interesting mix. Good,
All right,
evil, and
Who wants to take this one?
I'll take.
All right.
Because here's where I confess my secret, deep, abiding love for Princess Kakyu.
Oh,
I love her. She's one of my favorite characters, like my secret character. Because Sailor Moon has so many characters. Everybody knows I love Park. Everybody knows I love Blackberry. Like my secret thing. I'm also. I don't know what it is about her character. I think I just adore a serene femme.
I feel this. I feel I also adore her because she's a serene femme, and I have a secret, which is that I've been contemplating for KatsuCon 2024 doing Sailor Kakyu.
you should.
Yeah, we should do another Stars group because I'll just touch Galaxia.
Okay.
Give me an excuse
All right.
to redo the wig.
Okay. All right.
Katsu 2024 is just redoing Costume Con so far.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
So I'm going to marry Kakyu again.
Okay.
I'm going to happily spend my life smelling osmanthus, which got weirdly translated on a couple things as olives.
Yes, I remember as a kid, I was so confused. Why did I smell like olives?
Because it's a mistranslation of osmanthus, which is a flower.
Yeah, because I was like, why would you want your princess to smell like olives 24/7?
A specific type of flower that only grows like in East Asia, so we would be totally unfamiliar with it.
Yeah.
And it has a very pleasant smell. I think it might be a relation to, but plant might actually be related to the olive tree, if I remember looking this up correctly, which is maybe where the mistranslation came from.
Oh, that could be.
But no, osmanthus is what she smells like, not olives.
Not olives.
And if she did smell like olives, she would smell like the flowers of the olive tree.
Yeah, but please imagine they've got like the incense burner and like it just the stench of olives just reeking out of it.
See, my brain, like,
Starlights are all like, we miss our
Princess. She smells just like olive oil.
that's what I was picturing as a kid, because I'm like, why do you guys just open up a jar of olives and smell her?
Yeah, so like olive wood does have a really pleasant smell, so I could see that too. Anyway, that Kaku, I'm married Kaku because I love her.
Yep.
Love her. I think I'm kissing Wicked Lady. If she'll pay attention to me, because she's too busy wanting to kiss her own father.
Oh,
Because she does have that aspect.
That is one of the few specific things about Black Lady.
That's not great.
red.
That is her biggest red flag. But her design, it is a hot design.
It is one of the best villain designs.
And evil lady, another one. We know Chibiusa grows up to be a smoke show. We know that's the possibility in the future. That's what the magic of the Moon Kingdom is keeping from it. So I think I'm gonna kiss Wicked Lady, and once again, I'm just putting one of the ends, putting in the dumpster because I don't know them.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall on similar lines as you. And it's gonna be obviously Kaku and Mary for me. I think she's like she's got that like elegant woman vibe that for me is very, very hot. And also very marriageable. I could absolutely spend my life with this woman. And I think it would be a very pleasant life. And I like a redhead. And I like her cute little shoes. I think her little pointy shoes are adorable. So like she gets points for me on that as well. And then in between and Ceres, it's hard because I don't particularly want to kiss either of them. I think that like Black Lady, I like her outfit, like her drip is very sexy, but like, as a character, she doesn't inspire sexiness in me. But also Ceres, like as a character, she doesn't inspire sexiness in me, and her drip isn't sexy either. But like it between them, at least Black Lady's got a hot outfit and stay in the kiss the hot woman category. And then Ceres can hang out in the dumpster with Palace, who at least will now have a friend.
Right?
Michi?
Like, at least like she would have a friend.
Yeah.
See, in the one image I always think of whenever I think of Wicked Lady, like whenever we were talking about like drip and that kind of stuff, I was like, what do I think of whenever I think of her? And I always think of that one that's drawn based on the perfume ad. And let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. But it's this one, because I feel like this is like her most well-known.
You'll have to share your screen over me.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the
yeah,
most well-known visual. Yep.
Because like, oof, I get it. But then I remember daddy issues. And that's when
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing that makes her not sexy villain woman for me is like, she wants to kiss her father.
yeah, that's when I'm like, where's the 50-foot pole option? Like, can we get the 50-foot pole option back?
Maybe we can talk her out of it.
Freaking danger.
That's not the play. Like, that's not the issue.
Redirect. Yes, and I will say I actually do have a soft spot for Kaku too, so I'm cool with marrying her.
Okay. I'm glad we all agree.
All right. We are all marrying Kaku.
Yes.
We made a great choice.
I think Kaku is like incredibly brave in a way that's not forceful, and
Okay.
I think I find that unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
I think that's it.
There was so I was in, and here's the other thing that makes me like really love Kakyu. I was in a Sailor Moon role play group years ago, and they depicted Serenity, Galaxia, and Kakyu was in terms of the Triforce.
okay.
Yeah, which makes Kakyu the Triforce of Wisdom.
Right.
And then you have your
Galaxia's power.
and then
Yeah.
courage.
Yeah.
So it and so I think of Kakyu as being like also like embodiment of wisdom and is very like ooh.
Yeah.
All right. And then Wicked Lady, I kind of want to kill her just because I'm like, tempting issues.
Fair.
I am not opposed to giving Sarius a chase to kids.
Yes, exactly. That's how I feel. Like,
Now,
very
she just also like she's in the Venus role, being like backup lead, like first base.
Yeah.
I remember her being from a little badass for the page or two we have, where she's kind of the Amazoness Quartet arrives as the cavalry to save Sailor Moon at the end of Stars. Like everyone else is dead.
Yeah.
Evie Moon in the future is like, hey, I think my mom's gonna die, like you in the past. So can you send me back with my guys? And they show up to help and then proceed to get their butt. But and then I vaguely recall Sarah's stepping up, like in that moment. So points for bravery. I'm good with maybe putting her in the kiss category. It's like, holding hands, chase, kiss in the forehead.
I'm good with that. I can get on board with that. So we will indulge Michi's desire to kill Chibi Moon.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry. No, be specific.
It's like, I
Alright.
get it, but then
We're getting close.
we are.
Yeah.
All right. Telu.
Okay.
Okay. We have a lot of the Death Busters left.
I know.
We do.
Umino.
Okay.
Yes. The ultimate marriage material.
Don't put me in a position of marriage.
Henchman, and then it'll be.
Okay, it's been
Pluto.
shot.
All right, we're great news. Great news. We've got
Okay.
Pluto.
We got Pluto. We're safe.
We have got Pluto. All right, Pluto. I mean, we could just put her in
May as well
married.
Let us marry. Just
May
marry.
as well
We're
just
just
drag her
marrying
right.
Pluto. Yep, we're marrying Pluto. So now we have
okay.
to decide: is Teller the green one?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
She's the one with all the flowers.
She's the evil plant lady.
No, it'll take her a minute to show up there. Sorry, Mr. Snide, it's not your turn yet. All right, so I don't know. I feel
Can we give him a high five?
yeah, I'll give Umino a high five. That's fine.
I'm like, yeah, dude.
I like as much as the Death Busters are unmemorable characters, and I think Telu is an unmemorable character too. She's hotter than he is, so I'd rather kill.
Fair. She is hot.
She is definitely hotter than he is,
She's
which is
hot,
not
and
hard.
she's sort of got
Yeah.
like a poison ivy thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't want to like all bad guy, not cool and complicated like Poison Ivy is.
right.
Yeah.
I figure we'll settle on that one. I don't want to belabor this one now in the interest of time, and because
Yeah.
I don't think any of us desperately wants to fight for the right to kiss kids.
Melvin.
No.
I have what a transliteration name. They were like, "What should we name Umino?" Melvin. I'm like, "Yep, you're right. Spot on."
No, it's great.
Mistress Nine.
Perfection.
Oh, Mistress Fine.
Ooh. Melvin and Molly.
Fighter. Okay.
Fighter.
All right. All right. We're gonna make this
Also
one
a
intense.
What?
We're gonna see how hard this one is gonna be, depending on who we get for our third. Oh, I'm fine on this one. I know exactly what to do.
Did it land on Mercury? Is that why you said
Yep.
that? Yeah.
It sure did. All right. There's Fighter. There's Mistress Nine. And there's Mercury. I mean,
I
for
feel like
me, like fighter is marriage material. Like they're a gender fluid icon. They are assertive, but they will assert and respect it. I like that. And Mistress Nine, hot lady, I'll kiss her. And Mercury, like, I'm not a Mercury fan. I'll put her in the dumpster.
Yeah, you're not wrong, because it's Mercury. Like, out of all of the 10 scouts, I'm like, I know Twitch of Spades. I'm sorry. I knew you were going to be upset at this one. I know Mercury is your bae. I'm sorry. But if we were talking Darkury from PGSM, maybe it'd be a little different. But I'm like, but Sailor Starfighter and Mistress Fine, it's Iron Mouse in reverse.
Yeah. That is the thing. This is a tough bracket for Mercury.
Merry Fighter. Fighter just treats you right. Like, especially just the way that they treat Usagi, just yes. And then kiss Mistress 9, because that would be a hell of a kiss, and I don't know if I would survive it.
I'm gonna go to for your girls.
Right. No, how hard are you going to bat? Are you kissing or are you marrying?
I'll like marry her.
Okay.
I'll make my case, and this is mostly because I just dislike Zaya.
Fair.
I like the concept of our gender fluid icon, the Starlights, but I kind of don't like them. Like, it's complicated. I have it's complicated relationship with it.
I do as well. I do as well.
The part of my brain that harder rewired is just nothing.
Monica's like, kill.
But like he also is very loyal to Usagi and like takes her on as like a surrogate princess, and I think I like their relationship with Frog Bondo. It feels less pushy. But in the interest of time, I think I would marry Mercury. I think I would marry Mercury. I would absolutely let Mistress Knight choke me with her hair, and then I would put Saya in the dumpster on account of Haruka vibes.
All right, so we are all agreed that like we will have a deadly goth kiss with Mr. Sign, which I think is right and correct. And then it's just a matter of Saya and Mercury.
We know how I feel about it, so I'll leave it between the two of you.
Okay. I will, like, I gotta stick with my gun. There's not a world in which I can marry Sailor Mercury.
See, and I just keep thinking back to that episode Uranus gets stuck with Mercury that we just talked about on the podcast. And I'm thinking of the two, and I'm just like, could I stand Sailor Mercury for life? Because she has so many good points. I get it, but also, like, I don't know why she is like oil and water to me.
Because you're a Neptune.
Oh, that's how it goes. Yeah, I hate to say it, you're getting out-watered, Senshi. You're getting
once again, ocean women are coming for you.
Sorry, Mercury, you truly deserve it.
You really went for yourself. Sorry,
she had a very matchup. I could have been convinced to kiss Mercury on her funny hair head. I mean, that haircut, in no decade has that haircut ever been stylish.
Throw away the inner Senshi's only brain cell.
I only brain cell.
That's what they have Luna for. Luna will have to do it.
Okay, Patricia Spades was like, betrayal. Okay, out of my system, moving on.
Oh, Fisheye.
And
Calaverous.
Avery. What season? That's why.
She's one of the four sisters. She's the one with the gold boobs with the little
Oh, that's why. And Molly,
all gold armor. And Molly. Oh, sweet. Okay. All right. Did Molly up you pop?
Calaverous.
Where's it? Yep, there she is. And whoops, did we say was the third one? Oh, Fisheye. That's right. Yeah.
Ooh, tough matchup.
All right.
Me. Is it weird to say I think Molly would be really good wife material?
No, she's a sweetheart.
She's a sweetheart. Her mom owns a jewelry store.
True.
You would get any ring you wanted.
Right, everyone's rich. Right,
yeah, that's true. Mom owns a jewelry store, and she redeemed the villain all on her own, just by the power of being a nice ass person.
Right, like she actually shows that like being a nice person can do big things. And the only thing I will say is she did not treat Melvin right. Because whenever she re-zipped up that sleeping bag when he was saving the spot for the Cherry Blossom Festival, I felt bad for him. But I ship them so hard, and like I really do like Molly as like a marriage material kind of character. kiss and kill. Ooh, this is tough. Because Fisheye, I feel like, is more fabulous than I ever will be in my entire life. I don't know. And then I honestly do not remember Avery that much. Can you
She didn't get as much development in the anime as some of the other sisters got, unfortunately.
Okay, so just because sheer I don't remember her, I'll probably go marry Molly, kiss Fisheye, and kill Avery because I honestly just don't remember her.
Yeah, I gotta go along similar lines. You gotta give Molly credit for being Usagi's bestie for the century.
Yeah.
Like, there's some indication that Usagi didn't have friends until this happened. And, like, her friend was Naru.
Yeah.
So you've gotta give Bishoujo credit, who was like, I will be your buddy even when no one else. And, like, they're legit buddies.
Yes.
They're not like they're with their friends either. So like, mad props to her. We know she's a good friend. And then you enumerated all of her other good qualities. So I'm not gonna not put her in your marriage.
Yep.
Category.
Yeah, we're marrying Molly Naru. She's
I wish I could remember something exciting about Calaveras, other than that I like her original name. And Fisheye is truly 100% that bitch. Takeuchi did Zoisite again, but a little better, and that's
Zoisite, but make it better.
yeah. Femboy icon Fisheye, put that in the
Yep. So I'm gonna agree with both of you. I think for similar but different reasons. I do agree. Like, Fisheye is 100% that bitch. Like, better than Zoe. I also think Fisheye is the protector of that bitch. Being also like Ocean Woman that like would get along with Michiru, and I like that. But also just like whether whatever non-cis interpretation you take of Fisheye, I'm here for all of them. Like, they're all hot, so I'm good. I will kiss Fisheye. I will absolutely marry Naru. I think Naru is great. And then I played Calaveras, like a version of Calaveras, in an RPG that I was in, so I have some fondness for her, but that's still doesn't translate to the original character having particularly anything to work with. And like it doesn't cause me much pain to put her in the dumpster because I don't, she's done much to work her way out of it. So we are fully in agreement on that one.
Awesome.
We're down to the wire here.
Sailor Denzel says, I need to see Fisheye's closet.
Yo, it's got to be so good.
All designer.
All right. Villoy.
The blue one.
Yep. Oh, easy win for Sailor Lead Crow. Easy win for Sailor Lead Crow.
Yeah, we're marrying her.
Oh, definitely marrying Sailor Lead Crow.
And that's not even hard. She already would have been, like, despite being a henchman, already would have been a very high marriage prospect. Yes.
Oh,
Lead Crow.
100% classic show character.
Oh, absolutely.
I like them. We're pushing apart Haruka Michiru, Lead Crow and Odin Siren, and Usagi's parents and being like, move over.
That is exactly what's going down in this bracket.
Yes.
All right, which leaves us with Vimet and Villoy. I guess for me, that's going to come down to, like, Villoy is probably hotter.
Yeah, I was just about to be like, Mehmet got some characterization and it was annoying. Put her in the dumpster.
Mehmet would be the one I will want to go out and get drinks with her simply for the stories, but never again.
That's fair.
That's just the vibe I get. So I'm with you guys, killer.
All right. Dumpster. It's just the dumpster. We can decide whether she is a corpse when she goes into the dumpster or not.
Okay.
All right. We're really down to the wire we have 5 left, which means 2 characters will get left out and have to go up against Pharaoh 90. God, I know exactly how I hope this turns out. I won't, but I hope. Like, I want it to be Wise Man, Pharaoh 90, and Ray's creepy grandpa.
That is the weirdest
I'm making
trio.
a judgment call. That's what we're doing. All right, so we're doing Luna, we're doing Nyanko, and Vesta as our next matchup. Luna, Nyanko.
We have more characters. Oh, okay. That's
These
now
are
I
the
get-
children that we've eliminated.
Okay, I was like,
We're
I,
not-
I couldn't
We
see
will
that
not
well.
be
and I was
ranking
like,
children. Yep.
oh my god.
All right. So, Monica, what are your feelings on these two cat girls and Vesta?
I think I gotta marry.
Yeah.
I gotta make up.
I'm also
vanilla
marrying
choice
Luna.
and marry Luna.
You know what? Like, I'm just so charmed, especially like Deke Luna with her lady British voice. Like, I love.
Yeah, I was also thinking about the spectrum of Luna's characterization, and I'm like, yeah, she's white material.
And I really like she has a lot of depth of characterization if you think about the complexity of her character and like even the characterization of like how the way they characterize her even in the terrible Super S movie with Goya where she has this job and this responsibility to be like a caretaker and a mentor, but she also wants things for herself and is very vulnerable in this moment where she's like, I like a boy who's in love with this other lady, but I like him.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's not bad. It was very resonant. I thought it was really good. I will marry.
that story is a short story from the manga.
Yes, it is. Yeah, because Kakeru and his girlfriend are in that as well.
And I think Gecko, I think I would prefer to kiss over another Candace on Escort. I think she bites, and that seems interesting to me.
Yeah, for me, this is hard because I think on an overall design, I like Vesta's design a lot. I think it's pretty cool. But Vesta's Senshi design, it takes away a lot of that. So when she's Sailor Vesta, she doesn't really have that. And like, while Tinya, if I had to rank how much I like the individual, she would be at the lowest of the list. I have to give it to a girl in leather. Like, I've got to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you too in complete agreement. Like, that's exactly how I would go.
All right. Which brings us to our last matchup, which
Oh, dear
is
God.
Fuck, Marry, Kill between. Come on, get in there.
Can we like get in like a
Raise
screen-
Creepy
someone
Grandpa.
needs to take a picture or something?
And Pharaoh 90. Let me pull up a picture of Pharaoh 90 for us.
Wow, this is a wild fuck Marry, kill. Yes.
All right. Behold Pharaoh 90.
Yes.
I'm marrying that Zelda villain.
I will
Wait, that-
marry that emoji.
It's not the mask from Mario 2.
No, literally, it's like the Emoji Movie had a knockoff villain and it got taken out. And like,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
All right. So, Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Who's going first?
We know that Wise Man has unquestionable sex appeal.
Wise Man has. All right. Here. So, all right. So,
That was sarcasm. That was
here's why I'm putting Wise Man.
Okay.
Here's why I'm putting Wise. Oh no, I don't know if I can. Hold on. I need to do a little bit more investigation first.
Okay.
Wise Man, Sailor Moon. I need a close up.
I
There's something specifically important that I need to know. All right. Oh no, not a chance. No. Nope. I cannot kiss Wise Man. Look at those fingernails. That would hurt. That would be bad. That would be very bad. Those are some pointy ass fingernails. That is a no-go. That is a no-fly zone. All right. Which means I have to kiss either Ray's Creepy Grandpa or Pharaoh 90. I think I'm kissing Pharaoh 90. Like, I feel like, I want to know, like, so I know I brought Diego Luna once already. This is happening twice. But Diego Luna also, if you guys didn't know, once went on this, like, interview discussion. He's talked about it several times where he talked about how he's, like, kind of obsessed with, Jabba the Hutt and how, because Jabba has this texture that he needs to discover. And that he therefore is entranced with Jabba the Hutt because it's this texture he needs to discover. Which is just a delightful thing to say in so many ways. Like, so I feel like the endpoint of Pharaoh 90 has a texture I need to discover. Therefore,
Oh my
I will
God.
kiss Pharaoh 90. That's my decision. I guess I'll marry Wise because I think he would probably just leave me alone. And that's okay. And then I'll put Ray's Creepy Grandpa in the dumpster.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. Monica,
I
what do you got?
think I also have to immediately throw away Ray's grandpa. Those are horrors, I think. And as for the two monstrous cosmic entities we have, so Mario 90 is not just a Zelda, not Zelda, but Mario villain looking ass evil emoji. He's also like, a malevolent extra-dimensional entity. Like that's the thing he has going for him, and then like he merges with the planet for a little bit.
Sure, both of them are planets, which is weird. Again, that it's happened twice.
Yeah. So like Nemesis is a planet that takes the form of a guy, and Pharaoh 90 is a guy who merges with Hour. So she just had the same idea and flipped it, which is okay. I do that. So I'm not sure which one is more marriageable and which one is more kissable. Like I think I feel the texture thing about white man's weird belly paws. So I guess I don't know what category that makes that. A need to touch, I guess we'll call that kiss. Which I guess means I'm gonna shack up with the other extra dimensional malevolent entity.
All right. Well, good news. You are in agreement with Heather, who says Pharaoh 90 is a family orb.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about any of these.
That's what makes it so fun. That's why I was like, I'm calling an audible on the last one. Felt like we need to do this matchup.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh man. Suddenly the orb's not looking that bad.
Like I said, horrors with my comprehension.
Yeah, I'm like an orb's not that bad. Because I'm sorry, but those like the texture of the hands and the no.
Like the fingernails, there's places those fingernails cannot go.
Yeah, like absolutely. Yeah, that's within a 5-foot radius of me. So I guess that would have to be like, oh no, that can't even be kissed. Oh, but that means that Gray's grandpa. Can we kiss the orb?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can absolutely kiss the orb. Yep.
Okay. So that's probably where my vote would go.
Okay.
And then kill Ray's grandpa.
Okay, so Michi, you and I are in agreement that we've all decided we're killing Ray's grandpa. I mean, the man is a full-on pervert, which in a children's show for young girls is pretty terrible.
Yes.
So we have fully killed him, no problem. I think we are both down to marry Wise Man and kiss the orb. And Monica would rather marry the orb and settle down and start an orb family and discover the texture of those hands.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna let us have a split vote on that. This is our last vote, and I don't feel that we need to come to a consensus on this cosmic decision. I think we'll let that one hang in the air.
Yeah, you know what? I posted on our Insta story, how would you guys vote? So please let us know. I would love to know the majority debate on that.
Yeah, we do want to hear who is going to make what choice between Ray's great creepy grandpa, a Wise Man, and Pharaoh 90.
And Sailor Moon fandom has been stable for too long. Let's start discourse about who would you kiss more, Pharaoh 90,
yes,
or Wise Man.
Yep, let's do it.
Oh my gosh. No, and the game ended up being perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
I think it settled right where we wanted it to settle. We did not have to go into my backup discussion topic,
which would still been a lot of fun.
We'll put that in our pocket for another time when we need a backup discussion topic.
That put us roughly at 5 minutes character.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, when we were looking at closer to 10, I was like, I can talk a lot, but not much.
10 we would never have been able to do 10 per character.
No, but it would have had to been Michiru, Haruka, and Sailor Galaxia as a trio.
Yeah. Then we would have had to have a discussion.
That would have been the solid hour of the beginning.
Yep.
But okay, you guys ready to wrap it up for the night?
Yeah, I think let's take a quick peek at our lineups now that we've finalized. All right, here's our selection of people that we're going to kiss. I think, as it turns out, hot female figures of authority and femboys. That tracks with me. Yep. Mary, we like top tier people who are just great at everything, which is very excellent of us. And also Professor Tomoe gets to come too.
He got the Iron Mouse treatment.
He did. Dumpster, setting aside unfortunate people who got very unlucky matchups. We just there's a lot of garbage in that dumpster. It is where it belongs. And Wise Man is also here.
I'm sorry.
We
Twitch
have
is saying
alternately
Mercury.
kissed or married him.
Yeah.
Which means he did better in this bracket than Sailor Mercury, which is great.
Damn.
Like I do feel bad about that.
Poor Mercury. But she was in such a hard one.
She was. It was not good for her. All right, yeah. I think we can start to wrap up. It makes me very happy that so many people came out. Kissing the orb made me think of the Blarney Stone. Wonder if you get a wish or something for that smash. Oh God, I hope so. What's the wish? To destroy the world, probably.
One of them monthly call wishes you don't want.
Yes. That's the wishes you don't want to see. But what I was trying to think of is, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up for the evening. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We are going to be back next month with another Bishoujo Senshi Slumber Party featuring all three of us. Date is to be determined, but I will be posting it on all of our socials. But TikTok, I'm going to leave just for the podcast. I hope you guys had a good time tonight and enjoyed everything. Otherwise, I've been Michi, as you guys know. I am your host and the crazy person who loves to run this channel. You can find me at MEW21_cosplay. And otherwise, that's me.
All right. So yeah, it made me so happy that we had so many people in the chat and obviously commenting. We're going to figure out what our next game is going to be for August. And we are hoping in the future find some more games that can get some even more direct audience participation, so that we know we can probably play some Jackbox games and things like that we can Sailor Moon theme and get you guys voting and giving us crazy ideas that we can work with, because it's a slumber party and the more people doing absolute craziness, the more fun it is. But hopefully you had fun with us. I am on Twitter at Shazari. I am on Instagram at Relia Lacedemon on the screen, so that you don't have to try it in your mind, figure out how Relia Lacedemon is spelled. But otherwise, I will be very excited to hopefully see everybody again in August.
Thanks, everyone. That was a great time. I'm Monica. You can find me on Tumblr, Dice-Wizard. Though I actually do repost a lot of Sailor Moon stuff. I was about to be I don't post a lot of fun. I was that's not true. But I do post about a lot of other things. So read what's in my bio before you follow me. And if you're I don't want to see 85 posts about this sort of thing, please don't follow me. I will be offended. What I didn't give Michi, I forgot beforehand, is that I do have a cosplay Instagram.
Oh, that's right.
We are at Two-Tone Wednesday.
I'll do that for next month.
Yeah. It doesn't get updated a whole lot, but that is a good place to
All right, guys. And otherwise, we have been here for Bishoujo Senshi Slumber Party for Eternal Mooncast. And thank you guys for being here and have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye-bye.